That's my piece. That's my argument. You're smiling because you see it.
$10 bet.
You want to do $10 bet? I will do it right now. I will get cash in hand tonight and we'll do it. $10 bet. All right, cool. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Dowd, and joining me are my two lovely co-hosts, the man, you know him, you love him, Big Whopp, not Nick Whopp, it is Big Whopp. And boys, before I get too dumb, Big Whopp has got a little whop of a chair. He finally upgraded in the chair department.
Can you say upgrade?
However, well, more of a downgrade.
He's not sitting in a throne anymore.
However,
I want my own
we
chair
went
back.
from the leather chair that was ripping everywhere to,
still all over the floor.
a stool. I don't know what you would call this.
It's a step stool. It's the
chair.
Walmart step stool.
And at least for my
I'm
other
supporting
co-host,
my Broncos.
Domi Salami, the man himself, Dom Capuano. He is in a real chair,
I
a
do
good
the
chair, a
awkward
comfortable chair that he got for free.
Yeah, I picked it up off the side of the road.
Yes,
just
he,
like
if you
all
wheel
my other
and
chairs.
deal, if you wheel and deal and you try, Nick, you can achieve things in life.
Unlike Nick, he
That
likes
are
his
chair related.
Walmart
You have
stools.
achieved a lot in life,
just
but
so
I
you
mean
know.
chair related.
Go fuck yourself.
No. Hey, if you let me finish, I was gonna say you've done a lot in the karate space, but goddamn,
He doesn't
you
even
let
have
me get there.
armrests.
This man is the
I don't need
shit.
armrests.
Can we plug the karate or not? You don't want us to?
No, not right now.
No, okay, fine.
Okay,
We won't do it.
well.
I
But
keep
the
my
man,
personal life a secret.
we will. I respect that, but the man is successful in
He's
his own
mad
life.
mysterious.
In his
In
own life,
the
he
next
is
coming
successful.
months, we'll get more into it.
Okay, yeah. Well,
'Cause I'll take
they're
the
gonna have to know.
hiatus.
Yeah, they're gonna have to know. He's not quitting. He's just leaving for a little bit. But long story short, he is good.
I'm
at
going to get
things.
the milk.
He is good at things, just not picking out chairs.
Damn.
Wow, way to fill that joke right there.
Oh,
Boys, it is
good.
episode 44. It is the week of football. The 2025 season is upon us. How are we feeling?
I'm
Never
fucking
felt better.
ready.
I would
dude.
say
I
I
can't
am
wait.
more than excited. I
4:05
honestly,
p.m.
I
Broncos,
cannot put
Titans.
the yeah, of course.
We don't even know
but-
what fucking uniform we're wearing.
But I can't. Yeah, we'll get to that. But I can't even express the amount of excitement coming into Thursday night. I am beyond excited, and I have work, and I could care less.
Cowboys, Eagles, baby.
I am more than excited for this
Cowboys
NFC showdown.
not winning.
Yeah, no, they're gonna get freaking
Spoiler alert.
You can say Super Bowl hangover all you want. I do think the Eagles pull it off, whether it's close game
Oh
or not.
yeah,
they pull it
without a
off.
doubt.
George
But
Pickens
boys,
giving
For
somebody the people's
episode
elbow.
44. Wait, what'd you just say? I need to hear that again.
George Pickens is giving somebody the people's elbow.
Forgot he was on the Cowboys.
I was gonna say George Pickens
Exactly.
on the Cowboys. You better get used to that because that is a name you need to get used to, and I'm still unfamiliar hearing it.
America's
But-
team, baby.
That is not America's team. I was telling you earlier that
Not
logo.
anymore.
When I see that star, I'm more than unhappy. But for episode 44, we're going to be discussing our projected 2025 contenders, potential 2025 bounce back candidates, our division winners, and our week 1 Pick Ems, boys. It is back. Right now, the records are 0-0 in 17 long, beautiful weeks. We will find out who has the record last
Who
year.
won
Nick.
last? Nick won,
You
yeah.
don't
I
know
did.
this? Nick won.
I remember. I
remember.
I,
I said
me and him
refresh.
were neck and neck the entire time. You sucked.
No, thanks.
You came back towards the end, and then Nick ended up becoming ahead of me and just keeping the lead. So we'll see how it goes this season.
2-0, baby.
Do we want to put in predictions now? Who do we think wins it all at the end of the season?
We're all just gonna pick ourselves. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna say if there's
I'm
anyone
winning.
if there's anyone
I'm
I
winning.
watch out for, it's the kid with no ball knowledge. Man, they always win the stupid he
Football
always
knowledge.
he always
they
wins.
always win the stupidest crap. I won last year.
I
so
know,
what the
but there
fuck
are
you trying to
certain
say?
games where he shouldn't win, and he does win some of them. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But stay tuned. We will get to our picks towards the end of the episode. Without further ado, Dom, take us away with some NFL news.
Okay.
Wow, that was pretty.
Sorry,
pretty
I don't know
smooth.
why my
That
brain
was
just
really
froze.
smooth.
Yeah, before you go, I'm gonna
You're the
crack this
buffer.
open. I'm thirsty.
Okay, fine.
You can continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Though. I
Okay.
just wanted to let you know. See you
Anyways, I'll wait for mine. But to start us off with the news, eventually, the Bengals are signing Broncos and Vikings former offensive guard Dalton Reisner
Yes, sir.
to a 1-year deal.
Like him or not, he's consistent. I don't blame
Yeah.
him. I don't blame him.
I wish we'd got him. Honestly,
I mean,
Ben Powers is gonna get hurt at some point.
Hey, whoa.
it's. I mean,
It's
hopefully
bound to happen.
Joe Burrow doesn't get sacked as much this year.
Good luck with
It's
that.
Debbie Downer over here, man. And it ain't the chair. This is just who he is. It's just
Yeah.
who you are.
I'm a realist.
He's a realist,
I'm a
guys. You heard it
realist.
here
You heard it
first.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Next up, we have the Browns are signing former Jets wide receiver Malachi Corley.
This one breaks
Okay,
my
you
heart,
got
man.
it.
Former, third,
Yeah,
fourth round pick last year. And had great upside. And here we are watching him, unfortunately not stay with the Jets, but also, unfortunately, go to another roster that I don't know how will treat his career.
God.
Shador might.
Jets to
I
the
help him
Browns,
out.
that's
But
tough.
it's going to have to be Joe Flacco in the beginning. We will find out. I mean,
Unfortunately
Malachi
for-
Corley, I hope the best for you. You've got great skill and great upside, so we'll see how this franchise treats you. I hope the best for you. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and then next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs are bringing back running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire to the practice squad for yet another stint.
I don't hate it. It's familiarity. They know what they're getting out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Stability,
think
depth.
he was
the
that bad.
Saints that got him.
No, the Saints released. They cut him.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the Saints cut him.
I don't think he was that bad when he was on the Chiefs.
He wasn't that
wasn't.
bad in any place he's been. I mean, the guy's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going for medical outside of football now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going to college for that.
Wow.
And then he came back to football, and I think this is his third stint with the Chiefs, correct? Yeah.
Well, it
so,
could be.
So whether it's practice squad or not, they know what they're getting with him, and I like it.
Yeah.
Safety, you know what you're getting.
He's been there before.
Yep.
But next up, we have Patriots are releasing second-year wide receiver Javon Baker, former fourth-round pick.
Now this drives
That's crazy.
my
Patriots are
last
releasing a
nerve. Javon Baker, UCF alum, great upside, great potential, scary threat in the slot, can be lethal. Very young, good crack. I just think that the Patriots misused him, and they didn't even misuse him. They didn't use him. Period. Now I don't know what your thoughts are on the situation at hand, but I think it's pretty pitiful.
I think he's gonna go somewhere and ball out.
That's what I'm saying. I cannot wait to see where he signs. There's no way a roster doesn't take a chance on this or flyer. Packers could use him.
I'm surprised the Patriots didn't keep him as just depth.
Considering they
They don't have a lot.
Considering they granted Kendrick Bourne his release.
Yeah.
Now they have
And
nobody.
Stephon Diggs just came off a huge injury. Who knows
Yeah.
how long
You would think, and then Jalen Polk injury too.
Yeah.
Dude, this receiver
Yeah.
room's taking a bigger hit than we expected, and it wasn't great to begin with.
Yeah,
So
it was terrible.
If you ask me where I'm at with this, I don't understand what they're doing.
This is not how you help out your second year.
I wonder if they're going to make a
For
big
sure.
trade. I don't know what wide receivers are
know
left
who.
unsigned.
I was going to
but
say, we'll get to it. There's one candidate on the list that I have that I'll present to you boys. But other than that, I don't think that it's a game-changing name anyway. So I think you stick to what you drafted and put your assets into.
Yeah.
Keep Javon Baker. You didn't give him a chance in his rookie season. Second year, we're just going to cut it. We're done. I don't know where Mike Vrabel's
don't
at.
like it.
I don't know. I don't like it at all.
I guess
Makes
I
me a
think
little
Mike Vrabel's
skeptical.
making some questionable decisions.
It's making me a
so
little
far.
skeptical at the start of the season, and you'll hear why when I get to our pick'ems later in the episode. But
Oh. Next up, we have Whoa.
Wow.
it's the P's again.
Try that again.
Panthers are signing free agent quarterback Hendon Hooker to the practice squad. I mean,
Former
positive
Tennessee
pickup.
quarterback.
for
We
the
talked about this
Panthers.
last week. We were surprised about the quote that came out
Yeah, from Dan
that
Campbell.
he needed to change of
Yeah.
scenery. And
You
what
never
a place,
hear a coach say that.
Yeah.
and what a place for him to go behind a quarterback that's
That's a hell of a
hopefully
change of
finding
scenery.
his way this season with Bryce Young.
Yeah.
We'll see if he gets the.
That's
footing
from
he had,
having
but
backing up an MVP quarterback to backing up basically
Yes.
his
Total
second year.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Dave Canales can get the most out of him, whether it's as a backup or a starter one day. Maybe they gave him to be the Zach Wilson, Sean Payton
next
guy.
Andy
Get him to
Dalton.
play.
Maybe he's a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah. So I do hope the best for Hendon Hooker. I don't know if this is the place I would have landed him, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Saints have claimed former Bucks wide receiver Trey Palmer.
I love this. You should know, especially. I'm really high on Trey Palmer. I think
Yeah.
he did great things for the Bucks, considering their situation last year. He's a young receiver, kind of similar to what the Chargers do with like Joshua Palmer. Very underrated, under the radar, but he'll step up in the big games.
Yep.
So I like what they're doing with this. They need help anywhere they can get it.
Yeah, I mean they don't have much cap space to begin with, so
No.
positive pickup.
No.
But Patriots are signing former Giants quarterback recently released Tommy DeVito.
I need to hear your boys'
Tommy
thoughts on
Cutlets
this. We didn't
to
talk
New
about
England.
this in the group chat when it happened. We just
Quarterback
simply sent
of
it.
the
and
future.
What do we think of this? Are we
I think it's a
questioning
good
it?
signing.
You do like it.
100%,
I would say
yeah.
I love it. I think it definitely adds some stability behind Drake May. God forbid anything happens or something wrong goes on.
Yeah.
But my next question is, why is he the guy? What was the fit for that based on the other people they had in the
I
quarterback
mean,
room?
name another backup quarterback that's as
Gonna give you as much
influential as Tommy
value.
DeVito
Yeah, you're
that,
right, you're right.
he gives, and he just released, so it was picked up pretty quick.
So is this more maybe an attraction than it is a playing thing for on field wise? More locker room, more ticket
It
sales,
could
stuff
be.
like that.
It
You
could
think
be.
that could be a part of this?
It could be, but I also think it's just they just got rid of the guy who went to Dallas.
Joe
My
Milton.
name.
Joe
Joe
Milton.
Milton. Yeah, they just got rid of Joe Milton
Yeah.
recently. So I mean, I think they
I mean,
need
they
someone
already
to.
have Josh Dobbs too.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say I don't
that's
think
true.
this says much about Drake May as a whole. I think this is more of like we're not quite confident we could use another piece behind Josh Dobbs as you just said. So I don't think this is to raise any eyebrows at it, but definitely something to question.
Exactly. Yeah, I
But,
agree. Then keeping with the Patriots, they are
I
releasing wide
unfortunately-
Yeah, we
receiver
mentioned this
Kendrick
earlier,
Bourne
but
as released.
I unfortunately skipped that for
Yeah.
my bad. But
You're
yeah,
good,
it's
but-
just the moves that are coming out of the New England room right now. Are
Interesting
crazy.
to
Yeah.
say the least.
To
He
say
just
the least.
visited with
But,
the 49ers, didn't he?
He asked for the release. They
Didn't he-
granted it.
Didn't he
Yeah.
come from the
I'm
49ers?
surprised.
So
they
he
granted
originally
it.
was drafted to the Niners.
Yeah.
Was then no, he was not traded. He was a free agent.
Yeah.
Got the contract
He
with
signed
the
there
with the Patriots
2021,
4
I think.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, been there a while.
Yeah.
And he asked for this release, which is crazy because he's been very vocal about how much he loves New England.
Must not love it that much.
So for
Yeah.
him to
Maybe
ask,
Mike Vrabel's
I
not
was
as
going
good
to
of a
say,
coach as everybody thought.
yeah, and we were heavy on this in the hiring cycle last season or off season.
There's a reason he got fired.
And so to see him want out makes you question what's going on behind the closed doors
Yeah.
of the Patriots
There's
organization.
a rat. As Coach Vrabel
We'll
would
find
say.
out. Rather, in the NFL, nothing's a secret. Whether it's him or
No.
Josh McDaniels, we will find out momentarily.
It's
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels.
It'll come out.
You were fond of that hire. I was not. So
As an offensive coordinator, yes.
Okay.
As a head coach, hell no. 3 teams have learned that. The Denver Broncos, unfortunately, were the first team. The Colts learned it in about 24 hours after he fucking quit. And the Las Vegas Raiders, A+ higher in my opinion.
Hey, like I said, we will find out whether it's week 1 or week 5. We will know whether it's Mike Vrabel or inside the front office or if it's your coordinators. There's no secret in the NFL. We'll find out where the problem is. So
I can't wait.
Getting to a different team finally, the Ravens are extending superstar safety Kyle Hamilton to a massive 4-year extension.
I
we
absolutely
on this.
love this. Me and you agreed. We're in the
Me and
same
you
spot.
agreed.
This is one of my favorite, if not the favorite player in the league outside my Broncos, of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys know how I am on Kyle Hamilton. There's something about defensive player and the safety is one of my favorite positions. Kyle Hamilton is a different type of versatility that I have never seen in our modern era, or my era of football. When he came out of Notre Dame, I loved every bit of it. The Ravens took him, and he has done nothing but back it up. He can play up.
Yeah.
He can play up and play in the 3. He can back up and play in the back end of the secondary. So for me, this contract, more than guaranteed, I love it.
Balled out against us last
He
year.
deserved it. Kyle Hamilton is him. Now, Dom, I'd love to hear your words on it because you disagreed with this.
So, it's more that I disagree with the safety market in general more than I disagree with this
The person
extension.
itself, yes.
Yeah, because we have like Derek Stingley Jr. who just got a huge signing
Mega
for the
deal. Well,
Texans.
I get what you're saying. It's a
corner,
cornerback.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're
Secondary.
Same secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just I don't think these guys should be getting paid these huge.
But that's where I step in
how
and I offer.
It works now, though.
Well, that's what me and you said this in our own
Yeah.
time. The NFL and sports in general, this is not just football. It's a different market. It's a different world. It's everything amplified. So for them, $100 million contract for us is like our $80,000 a year in their eyes. So for him to make $100 million, and you said it's the secondary. Now I can agree with that. Injuries and that, and it's
well,
one of
we've seen the DNs explode this year too. With
that's
contracts.
that's an impactful position. With corners,
Yeah.
it's more of like you got to be special, like Patrick Surtain. He changed
Yeah.
the game for the Broncos defense that I can get.
Number 10 in the top 100 players.
Now
baby.
and that's great. Now where I get to my argument
Should've been
against
higher.
you is that the reason I'm okay with the $100 million is because he doesn't just play secondary. You could argue he can play my linebacker at times for Roquan.
Yeah.
He steps in and plays with Roquan in the box.
Yeah.
So that's why I can justify the extra 15 to 20
as
million
a
a year
sake
that he's-
for this contract for
contract.
Kyle Hamilton, I think absolutely he deserved the extension.
There's no doubt he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah,
Anyone can
yeah,
say that.
absolutely,
There's no doubting that.
It's a piece that the Ravens defense can't go without.
I don't think there's another safety in the league that can touch where he's at right
Exactly.
now. No.
Yeah. It's just my only argument is just to say that I don't think
market
this guy
in general?
The market in general, I
can
think
see
is
that.
That's
too
fair.
high
Yeah.
for what it is.
I can definitely see that.
and I think we're going to start seeing issues. Maybe not immediately, but maybe 5 years.
They started 5
10
years ago with the
down
running
road.
back room.
Yeah.
They started 5 years ago with the running back room between Derrick Henry, then it phased into Christian McCaffrey, then it phased into Saquon 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we're watching our positions like corners who have never, ever been glorified
never
in the
get
market.
paid.
Yeah.
It started off with Jalen Ramsey, Derek Stingley, Patrick Surtain. I might be missing a name or two, but those are the few names and the cornerstones that really built the market for the cornerback room.
I think just the economic state of the NFL, it's going to get so out of hand.
as
only
we
gonna get worse from
as
here.
we
Yeah.
know from August till February, it is an economic boom in the world of sports. So
Yeah.
expect these numbers to just
Absolutely,
keep
yeah.
increasing. So.
Yeah. I just don't want it to get like baseball,
Well, there's a cap
That's
limit in the
ridiculous.
NFL, whereas in the
Yeah,
MLB there
baseball
is no
doesn't.
cap. There is no
Yeah.
cap, so that's the luxury.
That's stupid
luxury
as
for
hell.
us, I should say, because we get a little bittersweet about it.
Yeah.
But not a luxury for the players, of course.
Yep. So, the NFL fans' prayers have been
Dom's
answered.
prayers have
Thank
been answered.
God.
The NFL is officially suspending Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice for 6 games this season
About time.
due to a car accident that was not fatal.
There shouldn't
as
have
far as I
even
know.
have been a question. He should have been suspended without like doubt.
Now, I want to get something
No,
straight
yeah,
for the
absolutely.
record. We need to put this on record. This is not just because it's two Broncos fan and a guy who, like America, hates the Chiefs.
You need to be held accountable
This
for your
is
actions.
this is accountability as a grown ass man in a league where you are mentoring millions of children around the world and teenagers too. Whether they're a teenager or not, you are setting the precedent for people who watch football.
Yeah.
So when you need to be held accountable and you're not, what does that show to our youth who want to play sports? Well, my favorite player of
they
all
can follow in
time.
the
There
same
are plenty of
footsteps.
Chiefs fans in this country. Being one of them is your little brother.
Yeah.
They see
You
Rashee
need to-
Rice
you need
do
to
this
teach them
shit.
how to be a football fan.
They see Rashee
That's
Rice do
not
this
right.
shit and not get held accountable for it. You think that kid's gonna question what's going on?
100%.
But in our town home, if someone does that, immediately in jail and all over the news and local
Oh,
newspaper.
yeah. Wendy's posting all about
So
it.
I'm not just saying this because he's a Chiefs player. I'm saying this for the sake of the NFL and the sake of our league. It needed to be done.
Absolutely.
And I will say this to offer to the league itself and Roger Goodell. This is just the start. More needs to be done with other players, and we will get to it because there is a much not as big of a case because he's a coach, but something needs to be done about these kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Letting a pass go by because you're in sports is not morally
not
correct.
okay.
And
matter
this is
who
coming
it
from a
is.
guy
No matter who
who
it
wants
is.
to work in sports businesses and has always said he'll get off. He's an athlete. I'm older now. I
shouldn't be the
recognize
case.
that's not how it should work at all. Not at all.
Unfortunately, it works out that way most of the time, but it should not.
It should not. And we need to have a switch, and then now's the time for that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Addison, he got 3 games, right?
And they were
Yeah.
quick with it. They made his
Yeah.
decision quick. So the fact that we couldn't get this one regulated done,
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't
I'm glad
get.
he got double the time,
Yeah.
but
I'm hoping the NFL stays consistent with this. It needs to happen.
yeah. Moving on. The Lions are trading Broncos legend wide receiver Tim Patrick to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Look, love him or not, this man is Mr. Consistent. He will give you
He's the
exactly
dog,
what you
dude.
need.
He had
And
back-to-back career-ending
look,
injuries.
the Jags may not win 3 more games because of this, but I can tell you what it will do. It'll add some confidence and reassurance to Trevor Lawrence's play.
Yeah.
Hell, it might even open up the
Safety
field
blanket.
for Travis Hunter. I almost said
Travis.
Travis Hunter.
BTJ and Travis Hunter.
Hey, we can't all speak perfect 100% of the time,
I guess.
But I appreciate you holding me accountable. I like that.
I got you.
I like that.
You're suspended
We need
for 3
that
games.
For 3 games. You won't see me for 3 more weeks. But no, long story short, Tim Patrick, this is a good move. I like this. Even though he's not a big name to people, he's consistent. And that's all that matters.
Broncos fans, Lions fans probably even realize. I didn't watch the Lions too much last year, but
He had a couple touchdowns where I think
he
people
was
realize,
okay.
he still can play football.
even in the
despite 2
preseason
ACL
for
tears.
us, he caught at least one
yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah, that's why when we traded him, we were shocked. But
Yeah.
I like it.
The Vikings are bringing back wide receiver Adam Thielen from the Carolina Panthers.
This is a
I
feel
like
good
that move.
story.
I like
this
that
is a
move.
feel good
It's gonna
story. He
help
wanted
JJ
to go
McCarthy
home.
100%.
They wanted him home. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen this a lot. I mean, Amari Cooper,
Yep.
a lot of receivers just going
Because
back
it comes to a point where it's like, your career is on the tail end. Adam Thielen knows it. You guys offered Terry McLaurin's after the 3 years could be, and I'm sure with Amari Cooper, it could be in the near 4 or 5 years. So with them, it's almost like you got to go back where it started and really finish it off. And with Adam Thielen, it wasn't so much sour grapes, but I don't think it ended the way he wanted it to be ended. He didn't want to leave Minnesota, but he knew it had to be done.
Yeah.
So he's kind of rebuilt himself. Minnesota's in a completely different spot now.
Yeah.
So it makes total sense
another
on both
weapon
ends.
for JJ McCarthy.
Exactly. And and that's why Kevin O'Connell looked at this and said, this needs to be done. This has to happen. Because even if he's not a top 10 receiver anymore, this man's a
He's
mentor
underrated.
and he's a grown adult.
I think he's
100%.
underrated.
who will help all these young players.
I've had him in fantasy the last few years.
He's still, that's what
been
I'm saying. He may
fantastic
not be
for me.
top 10, but he's up there with your most efficient receivers in the league.
Oh,
Still.
he's like a Tim Patrick kind of guy.
Exactly. So I love
Same
this move for
model.
everyone involved.
Yeah. Back to the Patriots. Former Patriots first round pick Cole Strange has signed with the Cleveland Browns.
Thank
practice
God
squad.
somebody picked this guy up.
I was going to say,
'cause
Dom,
he
you were a
deserved it.
big advocate for this guy. Whether it's practice squad or not, he needs to be on something.
Yeah.
Now, here we are with the Browns, man. They're taking flyers on everyone. And I respect it. Take your shots. You
Yeah.
need to do it. This
Why
is a
not?
franchise
Your
that
team
needs to.
sucked for its whole existence.
Yeah, you've
Try
already been the
everything.
outlier this whole
Do we
season.
think
Throw
he
stuff
gets
at the wall
put
and hope it
in the
sticks.
starting lineup quickly?
No.
No. Okay.
I think he's still
The
recovering.
He'll
injury
work
is
his way
injury.
in.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
but
think the injury
not
is gonna hold
immediately.
him.
Eventually he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dolphins outside linebacker coach Ryan Crowe was arrested Friday on a domestic violence charge.
This is the one I was referring to. This
Yeah.
is, and I believe the second it came out, you guys put in the group chat, what the heft's going on? Like, why is
Every
this?
week we get
Yeah.
more.
And it's more than just one
avoidable
case.
stuff.
It's just case
You
after
want a
case
player,
after
like, I know,
case.
misinterpret this all you want because my words are going to get twisted no matter what. You want a player to do it? Fine. The second a coach is doing it, now you're a
That
grown
tells
ass
all your
man.
players.
You coach
That gives
people.
the wrong
Your
message.
How are you going to be a
actual
role
job-
model for your
I
players?
was going to
Yeah,
say, your
Shit.
actual job is not more. You're more than a football coach. You are a life mentor for these 53 men on that roster. So for you to go out there, now I don't know what the parties are involved, and I really hope it's not, what most cases are, his wife, significant other, etc., or whatever the case may be. Maybe the details are out and I just haven't read them. I really hope it's something not like that because that really sets an awful, awful energy
Yeah.
for the locker room. I mean, how would you feel if knowing one of your coaches did that?
Terrible.
You lose
I mean,
trust and
yeah.
faith and all,
This is a person that's trying to teach me the way of doing something, and then this is what they're doing. So what am I learning from that? Nothing good.
Nick,
So-
this is a word that reoccurred in the Broncos organization a lot with the John Elway era. This is how you, lose continuity in the organization.
Yeah.
This is where all of
Absolutely.
it goes. And like I said, I'm tired of seeing this in the NFL. I'm tired of seeing this in the headlines every week when we go
Yeah.
to produce the show. So I don't know. Did you find any details, or is it still
It
pretty
looks
vague?
like it says on and off girlfriend.
So that's what I'm saying. It's such a bad look. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something that should be taking place in our league of sports either. Any sport for that
He's
matter.
been in the league for a minute.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. This isn't a new coach. So.
Prior to being signed with the Dolphins in 2024, he spent 6 seasons with the Tennessee Titans from 2018 to 2023.
So Vrabel's staff.
In his first 2 seasons, he served as a defensive assistant. In 2020, he was a special teams coach. Starting in 2021, he became their outside linebackers coach and helped several Titans defenders to some of the best seasons in their
So
career.
this is a veteron coach who
That's
knows.
the year they had the 1 seed.
This is exactly, and that makes it even worse. This is a coach who's been in the league long enough. He knows how this stuff works.
Yeah.
You're a grown man. You know better.
He's
it all
37
the
years
worse.
old. You're
You-
way
yeah.
too
Yeah.
old to be doing that shit.
I don't even have any more time to waste on people like that. So I guess let's keep it
Back
rolling.
to the Patriots.
Back to the team that matters.
Yeah,
Let's
back
get it.
to another definitely not the same situation. Patriots are releasing safety Jabril Peppers, who
This one
has been
surprised me.
involved
Now let's
in
take
zero
the-
offseason controversy.
Now I was gonna say, let's take the personal stuff out of this one for a second. Are you shocked at all?
Yes.
In terms
I
of
am.
play,
I
was
am.
in
No.
terms of play,
I am.
I was surprised.
As you said, taking the personal matters
Yeah,
out of this,
but you can't.
very
No,
surprising.
you can't. I know that, but I'm saying for what he's offered this
Yeah.
defense, I thought that maybe
As a player,
he'd stay
sure.
there.
As a
Especially
player,
after
I
they
think
said
he
they're
can
going to
still be
trade.
elite.
They're going to trade Kyle Duggar, and then they kept him on the 53.
I was gonna say I
anyway.
don't know about elite, and I think that's why we still see Duggar on the roster. Is it's coming
Because
down to
they
the
knew
point
they were
now where
cutting down Jabril
Vrabel.
Peppers.
I was gonna say I think it's coming down to the point where Vrabel's gonna try and get rid of as much toxicity as possible, even though it's kind of
He's
hypocritical
kinda
with certain
causing some of
names
it.
that are on it.
Well,
exactly.
To put it this
exactly.
way, I
Step
think
on
wherever Peppers goes, he's gonna ball out.
I mean, he put it
I'll
on
put it
his
that
Twitter
way.
today.
He did
He's been
well
with
with the
8
Giants
coaches,
and the
7
Browns.
different schemes, been successful in every one. There's not a scheme he can't play in. Now
He's
again,
absolutely right.
Now again, I can't disagree with that for at all. Your play on the field's been phenomenal for years.
Clean up your stuff off the field, dude.
The problem
You
is
can't be
is
doing
that
stuff.
eventually your behavior catches up to you, and this is a situation where we're watching a great player
I mean,
leave a great situation.
This is an extreme situation, obviously.
Yes.
But look at Antonio Brown. Eventually, his off-the-field antics caught up with his on-the-field play.
Faster
and
than
look
I
at
think
where
he
is now.
thought. Faster than I think he thought. He could have been a Hall of Famer. He should be a Hall of
He
Famer.
should be.
Should
Yeah.
be a Hall of Famer. Set a different view of the wide receiver
Super
position.
Bowl champion.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players of our generation. And he
It's
threw
still
it all
talked
away.
about to this day, both in serious and joking manner because of his actions, of
Yeah.
course. But
Yeah.
you know,
He made a fool of himself.
and Brady's the
He
first
did.
guy to come out here and say it. There's no receiver like him. That's the problem. Is
Brady
you can't
loved Antonio
you can't
Brown.
speak on Antonio Brown and how special he was because of the issues he's caused himself.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. There's no one else to blame but himself.
Because when I say the name Antonio Brown, you don't think, oh, Pittsburgh Steelers legend.
no, you now think of all right. What's
I'm
the next
taking
joke
my
that's going
pads
to come
Yeah,
out
off
here?
you're
on
running
sideline
off the
and throwing
field,
them in
yeah.
the stands.
And then you
I'm throwing
anticipate-
mattresses over a
Yeah,
balcony.
it's-
and dumb
Or
shit.
any of the other dirty shit he's done in his
Yeah.
life. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You can't even talk about it. You can't even talk about it without
I saw
that
Nick's
coming
whole
up.
face fucking change.
Because that's the point I'm getting
I'm
at.
remembering all the stuff he's done.
You
and I'm
can't
like,
bring
I can't
him up-
say that out loud.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Just gets worse.
Unfortunately, this is a guy that me and you both loved watching him play football and wanted him on our team. And I mean this in the most serious way possible without anyone laughing. Deshaun Watson. That case right
We both
there
wanted
breaks. Like, that one, I know we're laughing.
He was
but
one of the
I
top
did.
quarterbacks for the
I mean,
Texans.
I said last
I
week
will-
when I started my podcast with my buddy, he was one of our
Justin
guys on
Tucker.
the
I will
logo.
never forget.
Everybody loved
I
Justin
will
Tucker.
never
Yeah.
forget the playoff game against the Bills, where that whole
Yeah.
season he looked like a superstar.
He was
Now,
unbelievable. with
granted, that
Texans.
was the game where Josh Allen's career started and became elite.
Yeah.
But that's also where I was like, oh my God, these are the two statues and you know the faces of the NFL right now. And then here comes all the drama he wants out of the Texans, and here me and Nick are. This is like our favorite quarterback of it. This was Russ of 2018-19.
We
And
wanted
then the contract
Sean
that the
Watson
Browns
so
signed
bad.
him
Me
for.
and Nick did not care what it took, and I think like, a lot of
Insane.
franchises
Well-
didn't care.
Well,
Sorry.
he had already been in trouble by the time
Yeah.
he got traded, so
Yeah.
we didn't want him.
And
at
that's
that
the
point.
problem.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right off rip
He
before
missed the
all of
whole
it came
year.
out, you know, before the year that was missed, it
Yeah.
was like we were willing to give
We
up the
wanted
house.
him bad.
And a lot of franchises. This wasn't a Denver thing. This was an NFL
This was
thing.
everybody.
Yeah.
Atlanta was really big on him.
Moral of the story: it's a damn shame that our players. I mean, granted, you are human; you're going to make mistakes, but it's a damn shame that these mistakes aren't
Yeah,
being
but
held accountable
There's a
for.
can't
difference
make
between
these
mistakes,
mistakes.
and there's
Yeah.
a difference between mistakes and
With
what
great
these players are doing.
responsibility.
It's not a mistake.
You know, that's
Yeah.
the thing
They
is
did
that
it
with this
purposefully.
career comes great responsibility.
Yeah, but
A
I
lot
feel
of
like this
players
is
can't
any
handle it.
human being in general shouldn't be making.
Yes, but
doing
when
this.
when you take ownership of your career, and with this career comes fame, whether you want to say it or not, you are
100%.
famous. What comes with that? You have a glorified light on you 24/7.
Yep. No matter what you do, it's going to be.
You know, the
scrutinized.
three of us have to keep in mind if this ever takes off, which is the goal. If this ever takes off, you now have to roll around with citizenship, with every quality that it takes to show as a good person,
Yeah.
which should be embedded no matter what. That would hope that's a natural thing.
yeah,
You essentially have to be perfect 24/7.
yeah,
Which, and I said, don't be. You
And
can't
it's
be.
impossible.
You can't be.
It's
Yeah.
impossible.
But these
But
are
you
immoral
also
things that you can
can't
control.
be the worst person imaginable for even a second.
Which
'cause
are what a
now
lot of
you're
these things are
done.
happening.
I mean,
You're
this
done.
extends so much further than the NFL in this podcast. You look at star singers. I'll bring up Morgan Wallen, for example. Look at
He's had his own
People
issues.
hated him. Dude.
Yeah.
Look,
people.
And I'm
hated
gonna say
him.
I'm gonna get flamed for saying this right now. I'm one of the biggest Morgan Wallen fans, and so is Dom. But
Dom's
we
got the
also
hat and the shirt on
we
right
also don't fail to recognize he has made some pretty massive
absolutely.
mistakes. I
Huge
mean,
mistakes,
part of his
100%.
concert was him showing his vulnerability on the stage.
Yeah.
He showed every report of all of his issues over the years. Now,
for
granted,
him.
that was a part of the entertainment part, was him burning
Sure.
it down for I'm the problem. But he still took ownership, and I did all these things. We're gonna put every New York Times article on this big jumbotron in front of 60,000 of you to see it.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And I think that right there is a form of accountability.
This
That
can
takes
extend far past
It does.
that.
That's a grown man.
Yeah.
Post Malone, other singers,
Jelly Roll.
Yeah, perfect
exactly.
example. And he's earned the respect of America coming back and fixing these things because he held himself accountable. He did his time. He did everything he had to do.
Yep.
So
He's a
I
totally
think,
different person
but
now.
the problem with this is, I think that's what we're getting at, is it needs to be the NFL that does it because
Right,
clearly
these guys are
men
going
won't.
up. The NFL is going.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's now it's basically a union. You need to fix these men because these men aren't doing it for themselves.
Right.
So go get that done so that we can keep football being the fun, family-filled sport that it should have been and has been for decades.
Yep.
And that's the end of that.
Well, back to football.
Back to football.
So the Cowboys are extending quarterback Deron Bland to a 4-year extension worth $92 million.
Now, I don't know about you, but I want to hear his opinion.
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, Cowboys.
here
Jerry
we go.
Jones.
Here we
Jerry Jones. My favorite
This is Jerry Jones.
NFL owner.
doesn't need a general manager. Jerry Jones, I love you.
He was talking about this
Didn't
earlier
he
this free
say
time.
yesterday he liked the
He
pain or
likes
something?
yeah. I sent this to you
What
guys
the hell
actually.
does that
He
even
doesn't
mean?
want a general manager because he loves the pain. Basically, everybody
Yeah, he
attacking him
must.
for how much he sucks.
After what Gabe's about
Take
to tell
those
you.
words with how you will. 'Cause
So
I won't elaborate for you.
I feel so bad for the Cowboys fans.
It's to a point now where you really
What
got to sit
Cowboys?
back
So
and wonder why they're
so
sticking around.
You
still.
Three of
couldn't
them.
give Micah Parsons the contract he wanted.
Lakers fans and Yankees fans are having a rough go at things right now.
I don't even care about Yankees fans, but yeah,
They're all the
get it.
same.
The most influential player on your defense. I looked at an article that was released, and when Micah Parsons was on the field last season, the Cowboys' defense was one
I saw
in
that,
yards
yeah. They
up
were,
for the
like,
rush
topping
when
the
he was
league.
on the field. When he wasn't on the field, 32nd.
Let's fade away
That's
from the Micah. You don't
crazy.
even need to use Micah as his argument. Give me everything you gave me before we started the show about Jerry Jones and the Cowboys' decision making, since that will go into full detail of why.
There's so much stuff I probably couldn't even
That's what
remember
I'm
it
saying.
all.
That could be a whole episode in itself.
It just keeps going and going and cascading from signing George Pickens of all people to
Trading, not signing. Trading.
trading for George Pickens and then trading away your star receiver and then saying the 2 first-round picks you got for him you can use right away.
Yeah,
To trade for
he
him.
toys with the media.
Have you guys seen that Family Guy clip they've been putting around with? It's Peter Griffin being offered a mystery box. Or,
Oh,
or a
God.
boat.
I
You can
probably
get a
have if you
boat-
show me
You
it,
can get a
but-
boat or a mystery box. And he goes, I think I'll take the mystery box. I mean, the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. That's essentially what Jerry Jones just did with Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Could be a first-round draft pick, or we can trade right now for the same player we just traded.
I'm sorry, but you
The
just
first
gave
round
Green
pick might even
Bay
be Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
you just gave
Are
Green
we
Bay
being
a
for real
future
right now?
Hall of Famer for 2 first-round picks. I'm sorry, but
We're going to get to that whole story momentarily,
Yeah.
but I want to hear your opinion on Deron Bland specifically and the decision-making behind it.
So
'cause
you just heard my spiel with how I think this market is getting paid too much. Out of every guy to pay this much money, I mean, I
Okay. Call me crazy. And I'm
crazy.
gonna give you full, call me out, stop me when you want to interrupt me. I'm gonna give you permission right here. The reason that I'm okay with it for now, we don't know the exact details. This could be the same overreaction to Sam Darnold's contract when it first came out, and then you broke it down and explained to me and Nick that it's very team friendly and can be given up at any point in time and voided.
I wonder why.
So we don't know the situation with this contract, but what we can say, and what me and you talked about this personally, is that last year, Deron Bland was phenomenal. No one was intercepting anyone's passes like Deron Bland was. So, just made the Cowboys look... So, yeah, let's read this. Nick, please report
Yeah.
that.
So we're gonna do this live on air. And it was initially reported as a 4-year, $92 million extension. At face value, the $23 million per year average would make Bland the 6th highest paid cornerback in football. In terms of
Completely
annual
respectable for what
earnings.
he's done.
While Bland is a good player, nobody would argue he deserves top 5 cornerback money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the year-to-year breakdown of Bland's deal has been revealed, and it paints a much different picture. The Cowboys structured the contract so they can decide on his future after the 2026 season. It is essentially a 2-year extension worth upwards of $35 million.
Now, this is where... Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Now, this is where I offer my 2 cents into last season, earned those 2 years. You take that
easy,
gamble to get a
easy.
player of this magnitude. I love this. This is the one move that Jerry Jones has done this season, and the only move he's done this season, that I will sit here and say, good job.
it is
Now knowing
respectable
that, what do you think?
that Jerry Jones extended someone before their contract was, up, which is surprising. But knowing that they have an out in case, God forbid he gets hurt or some other ungodly reason, I think it's a good extension.
So
I mean,
now
for
knowing
knowing you're
the
not stuck with
details.
him for a full 4 years and have to give up $92 million dollars. Yes,
This
it's
is
a
more of
lot
a
better
low
at
risk,
face
high
value.
reward when you really break it down and
Yes,
actually read it.
because
Yes.
then you can totally keep him for the full 4
Which
years.
is what
if
I
you-
anticipated when it first was reported. And me and you
Yeah.
had both said that. There's no way he's getting a superstar deal. There's definitely some tweaks to this.
Yep.
And it came out a few days later, which is anticipated. That's how it works in
Came
the
out
NFL.
10 hours ago.
Yeah.
So there you go. Exactly. So
So-
that's 4 days from the initial report, something like
Yeah.
that. This came out on Saturday, I want to say. Yeah, Saturday or
Yeah.
Friday. So yeah, I don't hate it. Good job, Jerry. That's the first good thing you've done all season, all off season.
Maybe.
Maybe
We'll get to
we'll
that.
see. We'll see.
So, for my last piece of news, Bills defensive tackle and 2024 third-round pick DeWayne Carter tore his Achilles and will miss the entire 2025 season.
His
Another one.
role was supposed to be so big this year in that defense, and it's crazy that the team that needs anything they can get
Yeah.
to finally get past the Ravens and the Chiefs. It's like
Gone.
we can't even get week
Joey
one going.
Bosa will last about maybe half the season.
We'll get to him momentarily, but they might need him to be the best he's ever been for this defense to get back to where it was.
Yeah.
So, moving on, the Steelers are extending running back Jalen Warren to a 2-year extension worth $12 million, and all of it is guaranteed. What are our thoughts?
That's terrible.
I was gonna say,
Jalen Warren has not done anything.
Hold on,
Yeah,
let
who
me.
even is this guy?
Do you want me to make it?
Okay, that's a little far.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had him in fantasy 2 years ago. Do you want to make it even worse for you?
Sure.
Caleb Johnson, the guy they drafted in the
Yep.
3rd round, I want to say from Iowa.
Around there, yeah.
4th running back on the depth chart, 3rd or 4th running back.
Wow.
So that tells me you're not what they thought you were, and this is why they extended Jalen Warren, who might not even be
Yikes.
what he was 2 seasons ago.
He
And
isn't.
he's not gonna fill the void that Najee Harris at least had when he was performing well.
Right. When
So-
they let him.
A-Rod, man, you better be Superman himself, man. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're,
good
they're
luck with
gonna,
that.
they're gonna
DK
need it.
Metcalf, you
They're-
better have the season of your
They're
life.
gonna need every bit of it, and you know what? I'm gonna let the season speak for itself. I'm not even gonna give any more opinions on it. Moving on, this one I'm actually happy for. Texans expect safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson to be ready for the season opener.
W.
I remember
That's good.
last, God, I want to say month 1 or 2 of the offseason, we were all talking about what of a heartbreaker it was to
Yeah.
have a player that with this intensity on the field not get to play
He has
a
a big
majority.
ass mouth, but
But we all
it
love
works out
watching him
for
play.
him.
We all love watching him play.
Richard Sherman had a big ass mouth, and I think
And
he
I
was
loved
alright.
it. That was one of my favorite corners. I didn't care that he
Yeah,
kicked our ass in the
100%.
Super Bowl. So, I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
48-8.
I fully remember
that
the
game didn't
conversation
happen.
on one of our episodes saying how if he comes back week 6, they're lucky. So for him
Here
to be
we are.
ready for a week 1, man, that gets me juiced. I
Wow.
cannot wait. I'm so excited to see this
Yep.
defense perform because the Texans, as me and you were saying last week,
They could give us a run for our money.
could be something to watch out for with Will Anderson at the line, and now your back end's being fixed again. So this team's promising. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah.
All right, Titans are signing former Cardinals linebacker Kaiser White. Now this is a new piece of news. This came out today, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't
didn't
mind
hear
it. I like.
No,
this.
I think you sent this
I
to
did
us.
send it to the group chat. I did because when I saw it, I was like, wow. Because Kaiser White's not a name that you'd think would jump off the paper anymore.
Right, but he's
then-
actually decent.
But then I thought about it. I looked at his 2024 stats. He dealt with some injuries, but I looked at his 2024 stats in 2023. He is not a bad player. He is still good enough. He can still perform and give you what you need at the linebacker spot, whether it's outside or even move him inside for certain concepts. So I like this move in the Titans. Again, if L'Jarius Sneed is not on his prime this year, because last year was a down year,
Yeah.
easy to say that. If he is not on his prime this year, man, they need their defensive line and linebackers to be getting it done. So I appreciate that they're putting effort in where effort needs to be, addressed. Unlike teams like the Bengals who just seem to add names wherever names feel fit. So
We had some strong feelings about our Bengals post
we
on
do.
the TikTok.
Oh, there's a lot of people who don't like your comment about high money means not high play. They disagreed. Now go look at the profile picture and tell me what you think then. So
Time will tell.
time will tell. Quoted by Dom.
Yep.
Bills are adding free agent wide receiver Gabe Davis to their practice squad, and this is a man coming back
Fantastic.
I like
home.
it.
Fantastic
I love
move.
it.
Like it.
Now, boys, you know he ain't gonna sit on this practice squad. He's
No, he's
coming
gonna
up,
be-
and
oh,
he's
yeah,
gonna
for
give
week
Josh Allen what Josh Allen had back in 2021 and 22.
Yep.
And I am more than excited. This was the one guy the Chiefs couldn't stop in that playoffs game.
Yeah.
So
He had
if he
4
comes back
touchdowns.
healthy, if he comes back healthy, man, this Bills team gonna be a force to be reckoned with in the AFC.
Absolutely.
So, Texans are signing backup quarterback Davis Mills to a 1-year, $7 million deal to back up C.J. Stroud.
Good move.
He's been in the
Sure,
system
why
forever.
not?
Yeah, exactly. This one was my favorite. I had to add this so you guys can call it stupid all you want. Dude Wipes will be the official sponsor of the Eagles' tush push play for the 2025 season. Good marketing or not?
Absolutely.
Absolutely good
I love it.
marketing.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's great.
I'm happy it's the tush
I want
push
them to have
getting
fun with
some,
it.
like, good
have fun
stuff.
with it.
Yeah.
Yes, have fun with it. We
Especially
all
after they try to
advocated for it
ban it.
staying. What are you getting at over there with that little look?
I think it's stupid.
Do you
What?
actually? I
I
love
think
it.
it's good marketing.
No, I love it.
I think it's stupid.
No, I love it. It's like Jason Kelsey's garage beer flavored beer. It gets people talking. You walk into a door, you see it. What's beer flavored beer? You're now saying it out of your mouth. I love it. Word of
I
mouth.
don't
That's how it
respect
works.
Jason Kelsey.
I know you don't. Moving on to a team you might respect. Actually, we all respect this piece
Well,
of
I
news.
respect what they did.
The Ravens have added a value menu, 11-item menu of $5 or less, including nachos, hot dogs, fries,
Surprising.
beer, popcorn, etc.
Considering you go to
Good.
any NFL stadium,
You're
and
spending
a
$8 on a
is
water
like
bottle.
$5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
For
insane.
a Patriots game water bottle, I think it costs $15.
My Aquafina at our Morgan Wallen concert was $8 at Gillette.
Yeah, but that wasn't a game.
I know. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
tells you that at a
Yeah,
concert. Yeah.
yeah.
So, NFL teams, other owners,
What are we doing?
please follow the Ravens model.
I
because-
haven't bought any food item at a football game.
No, you usually
Yeah.
tailgate or you eat
Ever.
beforehand
Yeah.
because you don't want to break the bank on a pretzel.
Yeah.
We went to the fair the other day. We went out to Chili's afterwards because we didn't want to eat at the fucking
Don't get me
fair.
started on fair food. $6 for a cheeseburger. I was really feeling. I'm like, I don't want to break a $10 bill for this, and I did it, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to. But long story short, man, come on, please follow this model. We need this at game day, so at least
Yep.
I can bring a $20 bill in. Wow, sorry, everything's cashless now. Bring my phone in and guarantee that I can at least get.
Did you try that system they got now?
Oh yeah, it's
You
weird.
just take it and you walk right out.
You walk
with it?
right out and it's scanned.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's so weird. I
It's
don't know if
unbelievable.
you haven't been yet for this, but Gillette has implemented a new like technology thing where you walk into the cafe or whatever they want to call it.
Whatever, like,
it's like a little
little
market
kiosk.
Yeah, it's a little kiosk market
Yeah.
area, and it looks like an airport like water station. You grab your drink and you walk out.
You just leave.
You just leave.
You don't tell anybody. You don't scan it. You don't pay for it.
Yeah.
You don't do anything.
How does it? No.
I couldn't tell you, but it charges you.
Like,
How does it charge you if you don't scan anything?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell
couldn't tell you the science behind it, but I can tell you it's fucking awesome and scary.
It's crazy.
It's scary and awesome at the
weird.
same time.
Or does
I
it
don't
charge
like it.
your like debit card?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just goes right to your card.
How?
I have no idea.
Don't
you
ask
don't
me.
scan your phone or anything? You
No.
have to.
I walked in. Me and my stepmother grabbed a water and a Gatorade, and we walked out. Same with ice cream cones now too. You just walk up.
What
and, yeah,
the
it's
heck?
Gillette's. The Robert Kraft family, they moving it up. According to what the Ravens are doing, I wish more teams would follow this model.
Yeah.
Because now, if we choose to go to a game this year, my broke ass can afford to get a snack on the way in.
Get some dogs.
I mean, dude, we could get a hot dog, 2 of them for $10. I mean, you can't beat that. What are you looking up over there? You looking up the Gillette
I'm looking
system?
up how it works.
Oh, he's curious now. He wants to break it live on the air.
I don't know if it says.
Well, if not, I got a pretty big piece. It's up to you.
What do you mean by that?
For news.
Read the piece, Stan.
All right. Boys, I was in Boston on Thursday. I had a little concert to go to. And let me tell you, I was sitting on a sidewalk for hours waiting to get in this venue. And I saw this piece of news break. And when I saw it, I lost my mind. The Packers are trading for Cowboys superstar pass rusher Micah Parsons and are extending him to a 4-year deal worth upwards of $188 million. The Packers are also sending defensive tackle Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks to the Cowboys. Boys, this is magic in itself. The fact that they got the best pass rusher in the NFL, arguably going to be a Hall of Famer one day, already with what we've seen and when healthy, the most impactful player in the NFL. If
Wow.
Jordan loves him, this will work.
The Packers won this.
This
trade.
will work.
They got to steal
easily.
They
This
got-
was a fleece. This was a steal. I don't know why they let this happen. I don't know how this didn't get
It's a hell of
vetoed.
a fleece.
I don't know how this didn't get vetoed, but
Vetoed.
here we are.
Here comes
So,
David Stern to come and veto
I
the
want
trade.
your thoughts on the trade as well.
So
He's gonna be the Debbie Downer.
I wasn't really
No.
listening to Gabe when he was just talking, but I don't know if he mentioned. I don't know if he mentioned
Fuck
that
you, Gabe.
Micah Parsons will miss Week 1.
Really?
It is
With a back
confirmed.
injury,
It is
yes.
confirmed. Damn.
So, here's my question to you: Is Jerry Jones a secret genius by getting a pretty good haul for
Maybe it
damaged
was
goods?
the Packers that got fleeced.
Maybe Micah Parsons will never be the same with this back injury.
Maybe he'll never see the field again.
So this could be a complete narrative.
Maybe Jerry Jones
right here.
is an actual genius.
He's a fucking
and the Cowboys are
mastermind,
going to win
guys.
the Super Bowl.
Now let me ask you confidently: are you telling me that to get me to bite at the hook, or what do you believe?
I think Jerry Jones needs to go ASAP.
yeah, he needs to go into like a fucking
This
retirement
is
home or something.
equivalent to Nico, whatever the hell his last name is.
Collins?
No, from the Dallas Mavericks, trading away Luka Doncic
Oh yes, yeah.
for
Well,
fucking
Dallas
a
is
bag of
just-
chips.
yeah.
What the hell? If you're a Dallas fan, dude, I feel awful for you.
This is bigger than
First
football.
of all, your college,
bag of
This is a city
your
thing.
college football team just fucking Arch Manning, you are a fraud, pal. Second of all, your Dallas Mavericks are trash. They traded away their best player. The Dallas Cowboys are even more trash. They traded away their best player. The Arlington Renegades are fucking terrible.
So what I'm hearing is this isn't a Cowboys issue. This was a Dallas issue, man. This is the Texas that's killing
Texas, dude.
This is Texas, man.
Houston Texans ain't much better.
The Jerry Jones family tree.
They're better than every other franchise you just listed.
Yeah, but not by much.
Not by much, but they're better. All right, Dom, what are your thoughts
So
on
I
the
have
Micah
no
Parsons
idea how
trade?
that Patriots thing works.
I mean,
Not
we at
gonna
least got to read the part where the Packers sent the defensive tackle, Kenny Clark.
No, yeah, I said
and
it.
the
I
two
said
first.
it.
Oh, you did
Yeah,
say it?
I did say it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure they know.
Kenny Clark is good.
A great, phenomenal. When
I mean,
healthy, yes.
I
Great.
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
nobody even knows he got traded.
I know, because it
We're
wasn't
gonna
a
be
part of the,
turning on Lions Packers week 1 and be like, where the hell's Kenny Clark?
No, yeah, it was the initial post that didn't include the pieces of it,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah,
saw
it was
Kenny
just
Clark.
Micah
Yeah, you just saw Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
think like
shit.
with most Packers fans, whatever, we got Micah Parsons the way they're looking at it. So.
Yeah.
I say if Micah Parsons come back week 2 and is healthy and plays like his old self,
Oh,
Okay.
the Cowboys got
right
fleeced.
there. Right
Let
there.
me paint the picture
get
for
one
you.
good game out of it.
Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons, Quay Walker, Xavier McKinney. I don't care if you lost Jair
That's a
Alexander.
Super Bowl ceiling.
That defense
Absolutely.
is lethal.
That's a Super
if
Bowl
Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and Matthew Golden can get all on the same page
Matthew
and work
Golden's
cohesively.
been phenomenal.
Matthew Golden.
Yes.
Hook him.
This team
You
could
could
be
use him back.
this team could be better than any other team in the NFC this season because of this one move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One player. His impact.
Yep.
Did you see everyone at practice? They look like a whole different team with the energy of him
look
being
like
around.
they
They're
have
excited.
that
They're
vibe
ready.
to them.
Which they already were. Jordan Love has that
This
team
is
going.
Unbelievable.
Matt LaFleur is a phenomenal coach, like it or not.
Yeah.
So, and Matthew Golden, if he can become the number one and take the stress off the 2s and 3s
think
with
he will.
Romeo Dobbs and Jaden Reed and all that,
I don't like
this
his
is a
number,
recipe
but-
for success. This is a recipe for success, and I love it. All right. Nick, I know you're not going to care. Actually, you should care. This is our guy. Dom, you might not care much about this. I had to throw it in there, though. 2025 Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain II has joined the Jordan brand.
Yes, sir.
So with comes...
and I will not be buying
Big
the
whoop.
shoes, unfortunately.
Brother.
We
not
spent
you. I know.
$5 million on jerseys.
Real, of course. Real jerseys, of course.
Why would you even have to say that?
Yeah, why are you
It
confirming
makes you
that?
look suspicious that you even have to
I
clarify.
want people to know that they're real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nike.
It says Nike. I think when you win accolades like this, man, there comes the money.
Yes, sir.
And they wanted him, and I'm glad to see this partnership. I can't wait to see the cleats
yeah.
on game day. I love it. I'm so excited. All right, guys, if anyone wants to tag in for this one, I'm a little nervous, man. I don't know how to say his last name, but Bucks and right tackle Luke Goday. I'm going to presume that the K is silent, but I could be wrong. If not, correct me in the
absolutely no
comments.
idea.
Have agreed to a 4-year extension, so upholstering that offensive line for Baker Mayfield, more importantly, is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
That's
Bucky Irving needs it. Rashad White needs it. Baker needs it. I love it. This
Good
is the kind
signing.
of move you need
Mike
to get.
Evans, Chris Godwin.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them need it. This is beautiful. All right, moving on from the news, we've got our CBS contender list by tier. Now, this is going to shake some feathers, I think, in one point or another. So we'll start with the AFC and get the anger out of the way. Tier 1, quote-unquote, a league of their own is the Kansas City Chiefs.
40-6.
Tier 2, real deal contenders. We've got the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens.
Fair.
Tier 3, we have fringe contenders, Cincinnati Bengals, Los Angeles Chargers, Houston Texans, and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I
Questionable.
sense a disturbance in the force.
I'm a little ruffled right now. Tier 4, wild card wilderness. The Denver Broncos, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the New England Patriots, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Miami Dolphins. Not sure what's going on here. I don't know
CBS.
Wow.
I don't know if we're doing some drugs or something in there. I don't
Denver
know what happened.
Broncos?
I
You're
don't know
telling
if
me
this
the
is a typo.
Broncos,
On the same level as the Jaguars.
And the Patriots
and the Raiders.
and the Dolphins. I'm not sure I'm
I
following.
don't think any of those
Hey,
teams
read
are on
the
the
last
same
tier.
Let me
level.
continue. Tier 5. How many days till draft? Indianapolis Colts.
Fair.
Tennessee Titans.
Fair.
Cleveland Browns.
Definitely.
New York Jets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Look, tier 4 needs
four,
some heavy work.
I think they could drop some
Okay.
teams down.
we need to move
from-
the Steelers down for the Broncos for one.
So Kansas City
Yeah,
shouldn't be in
100%.
tier 1.
Probably even the Chargers.
I would say the Chargers, you could argue they could switch with the Raiders. I honestly think the Raiders are going to give them a run for the money in our division. Like them or not, they tend to always battle it out pretty well. No, between those two in our division, not as a whole.
Okay.
I think the
I thought you
Raiders
meant on this list. I was
No,
like, what the
hell
hell are
no.
you
I
talking
think the
about?
Raiders in real life this season are going to give the Chargers a bigger run for their money
Oh, yeah.
than anticipated because it's
Every
always
division
good.
rival always does.
Especially
the
in our
Dolphins
division,
beat
yes.
the Patriots and Miami pretty much every year.
This is some bullshit.
I just don't see how
Holy crap.
Jacksonville are wild card wilderness. They have a new Liam Cohen's a rookie
Why are
head
the
coach.
Houston Texans and the fringe contenders,
Nah,
but
I
the
think the
Broncos
Jags
are
are
in the
in the right
wild card
spot.
wilderness?
I'd put the Broncos up a tier.
Yeah.
I think the
I'd put-
Steelers need to come down.
Easy.
The Bengals may be wild card. Let them earn their keep again.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
That's what I'm
last year.
saying.
How are they French contenders?
That's
what
what
the
I'm
hell
saying.
did they do? They re-signed people they already had.
Yeah.
They didn't get better. They got the same.
I think the Bills should be up with the Chiefs.
And here comes another
Yes.
Justin Herbert what if scenario.
Because
That's
he's
what we need.
6'5" and has a great
Oh my
arm.
God,
huh?
he has a rocket arm. Jim Harbaugh's going to figure it out with him
Let's
this
keep
time.
in mind Trevor
He
Lawrence
threw
came back.
8,000 interceptions in that wild
You
card
heard it
game.
here first.
Let's
He
come.
shit
I was
his
gonna say,
pants
can
on
we
national
remember that
television.
Trevor Lawrence came back and won
Yeah, they were up 27-0. Trevor Lawrence came back and beat the Chargers.
without Travis
If I
Hunter, without
hear-
BTR?
Yeah, and you know what? Justin Herbert, all the talent in the worworld. Could he do that stuff?
No doubt,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
But I am sick and tired of giving him credit for shit he has not done.
Because of his size and name,
He hasn't done it.
he hasn't done it. Hasn't
Justin
done it.
Herbert, he's won a playoff game, right? No. He hasn't. He has not won one single playoff
Neither
game.
has Bo
and
Nix.
and if I hear one more, Peyton Manning didn't win a playoff game until his I don't give a shit, dude.
Did you hear what he just said?
No.
Neither did Bo Nix.
How many years has Bo Nix played?
1.
How many years has Justin Herbert played?
Too many.
Exactly. I rest my case.
Shall I move on to the
Yes.
NFC?
This
do.
is some
Please
bullshit.
do.
All right.
Please
Tier
do.
1 in a league of their own, the NFC. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Green Bay Packers, the LA Rams, and the Detroit Lions.
What the?
First
How are
off,
the Rams in the top tier?
how the fuck
How
are
the
the
hell are the
Rams
Lions still
even
there?
close?
The Lions have no fucking players left.
I would put the Commanders in spot
Yeah, why
of the
the
Rams
fuck are the
any
Commanders
day.
in tier 2?
Nah, that's where they belong.
No, not based off
What?
last season. Going into this year.
I think
Commanders-
they're gonna do worse than they did.
Okay,
last year.
okay,
Oh,
no,
for
no.
sure. Yeah, I think the hype's too
I
real.
feel
But I
like-
think based off hype and predictions and projections, they need to be up there.
I
Instead of
feel
the
like
Rams.
the only one of these teams that should be in tier 1 is the Eagles. I feel like every other team should be dropped
I
down.
argue-
tier
because
two.
they lost a lot of players.
I was gonna say I would argue the same, but you got to account for the defense losing everybody.
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
I think the Green Bay Packers are going to be a lot better than they were
well, hold
last
on.
year.
If we're mad about tier
I
1,
think
let's
they
take
might
it
be
back
the
a
1
notch.
seed.
Let's come back to tier 2 now. Let's move on real quick
Okay.
because we're
Yeah,
ruffled
yeah,
up
we're
about tier
kinda-
1. Tier 2, real deal contenders: Washington Commanders, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Tier 3, French contenders: Atlanta Falcons,
No.
San Francisco
No.
49ers,
Hell no.
Chicago Bears,
Abso-fucking-lutely
Arizona
not.
Cardinals,
Fuck no.
Minnesota Vikings,
Maybe.
Seattle Seahawks.
Maybe.
No.
Fuck you. The only two that belong in tier 3 are the Vikings and the Seahawks. Putting out there right now. Maybe the 49ers.
I don't think.
Whoa,
any of
I like
these
the
teams
Falcons.
belong.
I like the Falcons.
Yeah,
as
the Falcons.
fringe.
Depends
I
on
like the
Michael
Falcons.
Penix Jr.
No, actually,
plays.
no. Falcons need to be wild card. I like them in the playoffs in general, but I like them wild card.
I don't.
You don't?
I'm sorry.
I don't
According to
think they're gonna make the
CBS,
playoffs.
Michael Penis Jr. had to put
That-
that up.
That was
I
an
would-
official CBS
I would be
broadcast.
livid if I was
Somebody
him.
got fired.
I would be livid.
Somebody
Oh,
got fired.
deservingly. You wrote. You wrote.
Was it autocorrect? Did they even have that?
I don't know.
Autocorrect
How did
wouldn't
that
do
happen?
that. Autocorrect doesn't autocorrect to vulgar things.
Yeah, I
took-
know.
Like,
You use
Yeah,
a
they took that on
derogatory
purpose.
term.
Yeah.
instead.
He was thinking. He was
like,
thinking it. And he was
how
like,
do you
"Oh,
even
shit."
like? You had to have something on the mind. That's all I can say.
All right. Tier 4, wild card wilderness. I'm gonna leave it plain and simple. Dallas Cowboys.
Ken
Sure.
Clark, you might be.
Sure.
You might be the
Tier
guy.
5, how many days till draft? Carolina Panthers
Okay.
and New York Giants.
Huh,
Now, boys,
I
let me
agree. Huh.
introduce you to some new territory.
Who is the quarterback of the Giants?
Russell Wilson.
Huh. I rest my case.
Who's QB2 on the depth chart now?
Probably Jackson
It
Dart.
is. They officially
is,
came out
yeah.
today. Yep, over JMO.
Fuck you, Jameis Winston.
Shut up.
I love you.
Wish you
I'm
had
Yeah.
Jameis Winston.
All right, boys, I'm going to introduce you to a new tier. This is something different because the AFC didn't get it,
Tier
but the NFC
6,
will.
baby.
Tier 6, sad New Orleans Saints.
They're fucking
Can
terrible,
you guess who's in
bro.
this tier? The New Orleans Saints.
They're
Damn it,
terrible.
That's not what I was going to say.
Boys, what do we think of the NFC side of this? 6 tiers.
I think this is somehow worse than the AFC.
Yeah, this is terrible. This is atrocious.
I don't
CBS.
think there's a single team correct.
I don't mean to
Not
shit
one.
on you at all. I don't mean to do it because it makes for
I do.
no, because it makes for great content and fun conversation. But what I will say
And
is
that's why they made it. this
that's
way.
what I'm saying. But what I will say is, what are we doing? I mean, let's start with tier 3 in the NFC. We could eliminate 3 of the 6 teams at least.
Absolutely.
At least.
The Bears,
I
Cardinals.
say Cardinals and Seahawks would be the most realistic ones. Or,
No,
I mean
no,
Vikings,
no, no,
Seahawks.
no.
Did I
Yeah,
say
yeah,
Bears?
yeah.
Sorry.
I agree, I
meant
agree.
to say Vikings, Seahawks. I was reading Bears. Sorry. I would narrow it down to Vikings and Seahawks.
Maybe
as
the
fringe.
49ers.
Yes.
Maybe.
The Seahawks did not make the playoffs last year.
But
They
they
went
have,
10
but they've
7,
made pieces.
so?
They've made pieces like Denver that give you the hope to put them in these projections. you
Yeah.
know?
What pieces did they get? A washed Cooper Kupp and a shitty quarterback?
Okay, so you can say washed because you're being a biased fan, but you were the same guy who wanted Cooper Kupp more than you wanted a cup of water
Yeah.
in front of you after a
Yeah.
5
Not
mile
until I
run.
saw his contract.
not
You
bad.
literally were willing
It's a
to
lot
trade
of
a
money.
3rd round pick for him
Yeah.
and then extend him.
Our third round picks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our third round picks historically have been terrible. So
I'm not even listening to you right now. And then
Anyways.
the Bears, as we all said, and the Falcons can presumably come down to hell. Do you guys think tier 5 or do you okay with tier 4 for them?
Dallas Cowboys should be in tier 5. I
Yeah.
mean, Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then I
So
think
who would
we
you
can
move to tier 4? Falcons at least, or are you still not buying that?
Falcons,
drop
Niners,
easy.
Cardinals. The
Niners
Bears
drop.
should be all the way down in tier 5.
I don't know. I mean, you gotta.
I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not big
I
on
can't
Caleb
see
Williams
yeah.
or Ben Johnson.
Same.
Okay.
Well, I think Ben Johnson's good. I don't
He
think
does a
Caleb
lot of
Williams is going
cute
to get it
shit,
done.
and I don't think it works.
Yeah, fair enough. I like
we'll
that.
see. I mean, it worked as an offensive coordinator, but as we know, that doesn't mean
Amon-Ra,
anything.
Penny Sewell, Dan Campbell didn't follow him.
And then they let Dan Skipper go. My
J-Mo
man.
didn't follow him.
They
The
just
LA
let him go.
Rams should be in tier 3. I think the Commanders should be up in tier
Yeah,
1.
LA Rams
Yeah,
are good, but we
tier
don't
3
know
is good
what the
spot
deal
for
with
them.
Stafford is.
Yeah, it's
And
too early to
who
tell.
knows what kind of Devontae Adams
He
we're
didn't
getting.
travel
And they just
in the
got rid of
preseason.
Cooper Kupp, so I mean that's a huge.
Whoa!
piece.
Speaking of Tay, me and you were talking about this before you got here, Nick. Before I was producing the show. A full circle moment. We don't know what Stafford's going to be. When healthy, we can all agree, great quarterback.
He's one of the best in the
yes,
league.
one of the best in the league. But what me and Dom were saying, they're being very vague with where he's at in terms of health.
Yes.
And then here comes Tay to the team. Fine, great. Who's the backup quarterback, and who will be the starter if Stafford's out?
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
Hates
Now
Devontae
the narrative was it was Vegas. And me and Dom said this. This is not a Vegas thing.
No, they hated
Josh
each
McDaniels.
other.
This was an issue between the quarterback and the receiver not getting along.
Yeah, because Jimmy Garoppolo was throwing
And
hospital
Dom said it
balls.
best.
Yeah.
Now what? What happens in LA? It's gonna fall apart
Now
presumably.
they
as it did
came
in
out and they
Vegas.
said, "Oh, everything's fake." That's not. There's
Yeah,
no way.
anybody can say that.
You
There's
have
no
to.
way.
You basically have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't come out and say, "Yeah, it's a shit show in the locker room. They hate each
Yeah.
other."
You
Patriots.
can't be like, "Yeah, fuck this guy." Like,
So-
no, this team's paying you a lot of money, so you're gonna come out and say good
Yeah,
things.
you're gonna have to.
I don't think the
they're
connection's gonna be
required.
there if, God forbid, Stafford's out.
No.
Now, as for our tweaks for
Puka
the
Nacua is gonna be
AFC,
getting a lot of targets though.
Yeah,
you think so? I think he's gonna struggle
If
this year
Garoppolo
because people are gonna be
comes in.
covering him even more than they were last year. Now,
Yeah, because nobody's scared of Devontae Adams anymore.
that's the problem. Is I think the field's gonna open up for him a little bit more because of that. They're gonna slide the ones over to Puka.
Oh,
They're gonna
yeah,
treat.
for
They're
sure,
gonna
for
treat
sure.
Tay as a 2 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
I think
Which
Tutu
either
Atwell's
which
also
could be really good.
underrated.
We don't know yet.
Maybe
could
Tay
be.
balls out.
Yeah, we don't know
And
yet.
now
but-
everybody's
But I
screwed.
don't want to write the Rams off because if Stafford's healthy, then I'm all in for this season still. But as of right now,
Kyron
I can tell
Williams
you
is
right now, I'm a
dog.
little skeptical.
Jared Verse.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't get me started on Jared Verse and Braden Fisk. That defense is going to be good.
Yeah.
But it's Matthew Stafford that I'm concerned about. So I need to know going into the season what's the deal with Stafford. Once we get that going, I'll tell you if I'm confident in the Rams or not this year. Now our tweaks for the AFC. Simply, I would add Buffalo to number 1, move
Yep.
Chiefs down to 2. Ravens, you could argue. No, I'd keep Ravens at 2 for now.
Yeah.
Keep Ravens at 2 for now. They haven't proved me yet in the championship game.
Bengals move them down.
Now, tier 3,
Get him that loud.
bump the
Bengals need to go
Broncos
down
up.
to 4. I would move the Broncos up to 3. I'd move the Chargers down to 4, if not 5. Steelers need to drop down to 5. I mean,
no, Steelers can stay at 4. I'd
no.
bump them down to 4.
No, I mean, what do you? I mean,
because
Rodgers,
they've made the wild card how many times in a row?
yes, but Rodgers, no, yeah, so 4. I'm okay with 4. But
Yeah, that's what I said,
but,
4. Bump
but
him down to 4.
Rodgers doing what he did last year. You can say he had great numbers still, in which he did. But
Yeah.
what's our market for quarterbacks last year? Our best quarterbacks, keep in mind, are second-year quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So last year it was hard to say that there were a bunch of elite quarterbacks when there really wasn't. It was Josh Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow, and then maybe Rodgers and Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts, because I still view him as a top 5 quarterback. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to take this with a grain of salt, and I'm going to say that Rodgers and the Steelers are not a threat to me right now. Because
No.
DK hasn't proven that he can maintain number 1 abilities like he was when Russ was in town.
I agree.
When Russ was in Seattle, he was
He
something
was
different.
fantastic.
When Russ left, was not the same
was,
guy. He made good plays. Don't get me wrong. But was he elite? Probably
showed
not.
the flashes,
I mean,
but he
Dom, you were the
didn't-
first one to say every week, where's DK at? Why are we not using him?
Yeah.
Why, when he is getting involved,
He'd
is he
have
not?
like
was doing
6
more
catches
blocking.
for 135
He was doing
yards
more
and 2
sign
touchdowns.
language than he was
Then he'd come back the
touchdowns.
next
Yeah.
game and have like 2 catches for 6 yards.
I was seeing
Like,
more
what are we
sign
doing?
language than
Just
I was
wasn't
catching
consistency.
passes. So,
We'll see.
that's the tiers based on CBS's thoughts, and those are our thoughts.
CBS, you are gonna learn Chinese in a second.
All right. Or the Turf Talk will take over their publications. We'll find out.
We might.
Top 10 2025 bounce back candidates. Now, some of these can be flops. Some of these could be worth talking about. I'm
think
going to
a
list
lot of
them
them are
off
gonna
to
be
you, and you
flops.
guys tell me the names after I read the 10 to you that stand out and that you want to elaborate on.
Yeah.
Number 1, we've got the Bills, edge rusher Joey Bosa.
Flop.
Number 2, we got the Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts.
Flop.
My goat.
Texans, I want to hear your thoughts when we're done. Texans
will.
running back
You'll know.
Nick Chubb.
Flop.
Patriots wide receiver Stephon
Flop.
Diggs.
Flop.
Commanders cornerback Marshawn Lattimore.
Dog.
That's your
Yeah,
guy.
he'll do good.
That's your guy. Ravens tight end Mark Andrews.
Flop.
Mid.
Bucks edge Hassan Redditt.
Flop.
Titans cornerback L'Jarius Sneed.
He'll do good.
Who I
He'll
mentioned
do good.
earlier. He had a down year last year. Can he bring it back?
Yeah, I think he'll do good.
Commanders wide receiver Debo Samuel.
I think he's
Leads
gonna
the
be
league
good.
in receiving.
I think he's
Whoa! Hot take alert.
Yeah.
Hold on. Start the clip. Please
No,
elaborate.
not now that Terry's signed. No, If Terry
Yeah.
didn't get
Whoa,
signed,
That's
Exactly why.
So Gabe was just mentioning it with Devontae Adams and Puka
All
Nacua.
eyes are on Terry now.
All
Again,
eyes are
like
on
they
Terry.
were.
I guess.
Everybody thinks, oh, Debo's a fat slob now. He's not going to do good. Guess what? Debo's back in shape. Debo Samuel is still Debo Samuel. It's not just a name on the back of the jersey.
Change of scenery
this guy
is a
can
real thing.
produce. Dan Quinn, he knows how to use him. Cliff Kingsbury, You think
Great
Cliff
offensive
Kingsbury
genius.
isn't gonna scheme something up for Debo Samuel. You're crazy.
You said it earlier. A head coach doesn't mean you're a bad coordinator. Cliff Kingsbury is a great coordinator.
And Cliff Kingsbury went up against Debo twice a year when he was coach of the Cardinals, and Debo was on the 49ers.
Not only that, like I just said, change of scenery is a real thing. Change is
Yeah.
good, even though it's scary. And I think that this change for Debo might be, rejuvenating, add some juice
this is a
to
good
his
team
career.
with a
This
good
might get him.
quarterback.
There's something for him to be excited for now.
Absolutely.
Whereas
Yes.
with the Niners, it was like,
It's like, oh, Brock
can I stay
Purdy?
healthy and can I get going with Brock again?
4 games of Christian
Can Kyle
McCaffrey?
Shanahan and me get on the same page again? Is C-Mac going to stay healthy again? Is Kittle going to be there for us every week? Now I've got my new second-year quarterback.
Zach Ertz.
My
I got James
confident
Daniels.
defensive-minded coach, my great offensive guru coordinator. We've got Austin Eckler and a few young backs who look promising in the preseason.
Yeah.
You might be running back from the depth chart, but there's some promise in this entire team. And that's where it's exciting for Debo, and I think that energy he's going to feed off of it.
100%. I think he's going to be right back to his old self.
I agree
if
completely.
not better.
I agree completely. And the last and final name, Eagles tight end Dallas Goedert, who did deal with some injuries last year,
He'll
but
bounce back.
but other than that,
He'll
he's
be
a
better
great,
than last
consistent tight
year.
end.
I don't think he's going to do huge just because they have so many weapons on that
Well,
offense.
keep in mind he is, getting older, but I think that if he stays healthy, you will see a little bit better
He's
production
a solid
than
tight
last
end.
season. Yeah,
He's
for
a
sure.
solid tight end.
But the names that I really want to question you about, Nick, you specifically, and then Dom,
Yeah.
I'll get to one for you. Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts, Nick. I need to know what's the scoop. What's your
So-
opinions?
Let me take you back to his rookie year. He had like 1,005 yards, I want to say.
Wow.
Somewhere around that realm, yeah.
He was the first tight end rookie to have 1,000 yards, maybe ever. That might not be true, but he was at least one of the
Maybe.
first.
Maybe.
Take it with a grain of salt.
He was at least one of the first. And I think this guy has all the talent in the world. And the problem is Marcus Mariota, Kirk Cousins, they're just not going to get it done for him. I think Michael Penix is going to focus on Kyle Pitts because everybody's going to be looking at Drake London, Bijan Robinson, right? Nobody cares about Kyle Pitts. And
No, they've written him
what
off.
He's going to do. That's
Everyone
where
in
he's gonna do
the
well.
league on defense has written
Yep.
Kyle Pitts off
They
because
don't,
of the
they don't
down
even
years.
cover him anymore because they're
Dom.
not even looking at him.
Now stop me when I'm wrong or throw me your 2 cents. Do you agree Michael Penix is poised to be a lot better than people give him credit for?
No.
I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what he offers. I think that there's going to be a level of play if he's healthy. Of course, we have to keep in mind he is the most hurt quarterback in college when he played for the Huskies. But more
He's
importantly,
25.
when he is healthy, the most accurate passer.
I don't think he's going to be good in the league.
You don't think so?
I think his ceiling
So your optimism for Pitts then is obviously
his
what it's
ceiling
been,
is
still.
Jimmy Garoppolo. A good game manager.
Now I want your thoughts
a good
because
game
you were
manager,
high on him.
Jimmy Garoppolo
in his
went to the
first 3
Super Bowl,
games.
but
Well, he did produce very good in his
Very well.
first 3 starting games. He
He
played
struggled
good.
at times, but
Yeah,
he won
yeah.
games that mattered, and he showed up in key moments.
But to come from a right-handed quarterback, Kirk Cousins, to go straight into a left-handed
But
quarterback.
the
they've
team-
had all offseason.
the
to work
team
on it.
adjusted
Yeah.
well, though. No, but
Yeah.
even last season, the team adjusted well. Drake London looked great
I mean,
with
yeah,
us. Yeah.
Kirk got benched against us, and
Yeah.
they went on.
You got to think this offense
they
is
still
going from
were
a
pretty
right-handed
bad,
straight
but-
to a left-handed. So the point that everyone adjusted as good as they did, it's impressive. As for Michael Penix, not going to mess up his last name like someone else did. Itself, I think he has a high ceiling, but he also has a very low floor.
So the
So-
potential's there, but can
yes,
he make it? Can he
exactly.
Get it?
I think it's going to be one extreme or the other with him.
That's the hard part is you don't even know.
Yeah.
It's more of like a waiting game, and all you can really do is put your opinion on it and hope
He's
that he proves
out
you
of
wrong.
the 6 quarterbacks that were taken
6
in
of
the
them,
first round last year. I think he's the worst one.
Really, because a lot of people have him high actually. Because Bo was last on everyone's list, and you know that. You knew that for a fact.
Yeah, I did.
Every freaking scout and reporter
And I
had
still
Bo
see the
last on their
videos.
lists.
I still see the videos of Roger Goodell announcing the pick and all the Broncos fans taking their jerseys off and throwing them on the floor. You know who you are.
Who was excited back in January? Who wanted him back in December? I have been saying since day one, Bo Nix at Auburn showed me a glimpse of what an NFL quarterback is. I saw poise and I saw, I'm going to put it blunt, fucking potential in that kid
Yeah.
when he beat Alabama. When he went in Oregon and he put up
Justin
a fight
Herbert.
against Justin Herbert. When he went in his rookie season and showed the Chiefs, wait till next year when I get all my pieces together. I'm going to give you run for your money.
38-0.
I needed to see what I wanted to see when he gave Sean
He
Payton
broke
and ripped him a
the
new
record
ass
for most
calling him
completions
out
in a game.
for not running the play the way he wanted it. And Bo said, buddy, you're not on the field. This is what I'm seeing, and this is how it's going to be ran. Bo has been everything that I wanted to see and has been everything
more.
that I thought he would be, and then some. Now, to Kyle Pitts, when I watched the national championship game last year when he made it, the entire game, I criticized him left and right because
Michael
Denver
Penix, not
was
Kyle
Sorry, Michael Penix. Yeah, sorry, I'm Kyle Pitts on the
I was
right.
like, when the hell
Yeah,
did
sorry.
Kyle Pitts play in the national
Thank you for
championship
correcting
last
me.
year?
Thank you for correcting me before I kept going. I was his biggest critic because at the time the Broncos were heavily projected to draft him. Sean Payton loved him, quote unquote. Now,
He loved JJ McCarthy.
Granted, we both of them at the time though, but we had learned these were all tactics to get Bo.
Sean Payton is a genius.
But when I watched the game, I tried so hard to dislike his game and ended up falling in love with what Penix could offer when healthy. But what I also
lost, by the
saw
way.
in that second half was injuries, rib hurt, getting sacked 3 times on the same drive. And it tells me that when he's healthy, he can be great. So now that we're in the NFL, can this Falcons team get an offensive line to get
think
around
he's
him and
boring.
block? No.
When I watch Michael Penix play, I don't feel like, oh, he's going to make a play soon. I feel like,
What are your thoughts when you watch him play?
Again, as I said earlier, very high ceiling, very low floor. When I watched him play last season, I saw a lot of good out of him. So I think
More good than bad?
yes, for a rookie quarterback with his first game starting, coming from a right-handed to a left-handed, I think he played
I want to
very
wipe
good.
that narrative out the window. I can't stand that. I hate that. I get what you're saying, but I hate that. Because you were a big Tua guy when he came out of the draft.
yeah, I even wanted to trade for
I'm not
him.
saying that there's any less.
I think it
talent
shows
in
a lot that
left-handed
they
quarterback.
transitioned as quickly as they
Yeah,
did.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm just the transition of the team around him and himself going from a team that's used to right.
That could tell you a sign maybe there's a lot of buy-in on him. Maybe the team, trusts him, which I would hope. It's their quarterback.
But it changes everything from how the offensive line operates. To
I
which
also
blindside.
let's get this name involved in the story because I feel like people are forgetting. I'm confident in Raheem to get this team going. People
100%.
forget Raheem Morris is a great head coach.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that his first tenure with this team was interim. Usually when you're interim, everything's falling apart around you. You're picking up broken pieces.
it sure was
and I'd like
falling
to
apart
see
around
anyone try and take a broken mirror and put it back together. That ain't easy. No. So for
Jerry
him,
Rosenberg, let's give him the credit.
for him to come back to this team and get it to where it's already at now. In his first offseason, he made some moves where I was like, I would have done the same shit. I would have done the same thing. Bring in Kirk. Draft a guy. Do I draft him that high? Is that the guy I draft? Maybe not.
Nope.
But bring in these names. Bring in Matthew Judon. Get Justin Simmons. Try to get some stability.
Signing at first.
So did I. Try to get some stability on the defensive end to make the offensive side a little easier to get adjusted to.
Yeah.
I liked everything they did. Now the question is, and the same thing with Jordan Love, can we get him to produce at a consistent level and keep him healthy? And if so, you will see guys like Kyle Pitts thrive. You will see guys like Drake London continue to be the receiver we all know he is.
Yeah.
And then like Dom said, you will see him hit the ceiling that he does have. The question is he going to stay on that floor, or is this team going to allow him to elevate, and is he going to elevate with them? That's the kicker with this whole situation. Moving on, though. We don't want to sit there on that topic because I could do it all night long. Bleacher Report, bold trades ahead of the 2025 season opener. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this.
Wow.
And Nick, I think I sent it to the group chat, actually. So
I
don't
have
know
not seen this.
I was say, I don't know if you guys got a chance to take a look.
haven't
If
seen it
not,
either.
then here's your raw reactions to it.
This is
So I'm going to go through them,
insane.
and then you give me your
what it is.
reactions, okay?
Yeah.
Falcons trade for wide receiver Tyreek Hill, in which the Falcons receive Tyreek Hill, and the Dolphins receive wide receiver Darnell Mooney and a 2026 third-round pick ahead of the 2025
Dolphins
season
would be
opener.
getting fleeced.
No.
Darnell Mooney's not a bad player, and Tyreek
Say what
Hill
you want about Tyreek
is
Hill. He is a game changer.
looking washed.
But I don't know. I don't think that this is realistic for one. And I do think that the Tyreek Hill would elevate the Falcons more than Darnell Mooney in that third-round pick is going to elevate the Dolphins.
I think both teams would lose this trade.
That's what I'm
somehow.
saying. This is such a wash that I don't know that
Because I feel like he's not a good locker room piece for the Falcons at the same time.
But what you're banking on is him helping Penix hit that ceiling. That's what you're banking on. And you're also banking on him
Well,
opening
yeah,
up this
I
field.
feel like there's so
London.
many downsides to both because Darnell Mooney's not terrible.
Who
He's
is
not
wide
doing,
receiver
like-
2 for the Falcons, though? Is it still...
Mooney.
Oh, yeah, that would be wide receiver 2. See, then I don't know. That's like you said, it's a wash. It's a wash for both sides.
I don't think it's worth it for anybody, to be honest.
The only
with
thing
you.
this really does is open up the field for... No, because I feel like
doesn't.
Jalen Waddle's got just as many opportunity now than ever, with
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill being the number one.
Yeah.
So I think this is easy to say. Bleacher Report.
It might open up the field for Drake.
This
London.
may be exciting for young fans, but I think this is a wash on both ends.
I think this is
You're hurting each side more
They
than you're
want
helping.
people to talk about it, kind of thing to throw in there.
Well, a lot of these are. That's the whole point of this.
The next one's good, though.
All right.
I don't mind the next
Cowboys
one.
trade for running back Brees Hall, in which the Jets would receive wide receiver Jalen Tolbert and a 2026 fourth-round pick. I love Jalen Tolbert.
This would be
Great player.
perfect. I think this would be a really good trade.
Now,
for
this
both
is
sides.
realistic because Brees Hall is on the trade.
Yeah,
100%.
the Jets did say they have 3 solid running backs. They want to split the load between obviously the
Braylon Allen needs to be the starter. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, he does.
And Brees Hall wants out.
He's on my
We've
team.
known
He
this.
needs to be.
And Dallas only has Javonte Williams right now.
Exactly.
So
So I feel like if
Yeah.
they don't get a first, a good running back, they're going to look like the Broncos last season did when trying to run the ball.
well, can we be real here? Brees Hall is not a bad running back.
He's amazing. Brees Hall's a lot better than.
They just
He's a lot
don't
better
need
than Javonte Williams.
They just don't need each other anymore.
Yeah.
The Jets don't need Brees Hall, and the Brees Hall doesn't need the Jets. Brees Hall needs to be in a system in which the Jets were 2 years
uses
ago.
him. Yeah.
Where there was no premier back, where there was him and only him relying on with a decent second back. Javonte Williams is your second, third down back, fine. That's fine. Or use him in
He's
pass pro
terrible
and
as a
screen,
starter.
fine. But Brees is a much better starter right now than Javonte Williams
Absolutely.
offers to your offense.
Javonte Williams offers next to nothing.
So now, if we want to get into
role
the
right
logistics of this trade, I think this is a great trade for both teams. The Jets could use a decent safety blanket for Justin Fields, aside from their tight end and Garrett Wilson. This offers now Braylon Allen to get the rock, which we've all argued since last year, week 7, 8, to give this kid a chance. He's had it. He played at Wisconsin. That's running back university. Yeah. And then of course a 4th-round pick. That's a cherry on top to get this trade going. I like this trade. I think this should happen. I would love to see this happen actually.
Me too.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so we're all on the same page with that one at least.
Yeah.
This one's a little odd for me, considering this was a free agent signing, and that I don't know what this really offers to Pittsburgh. But here we go. Pittsburgh trades for wide receiver Brandon Cooks, in which the Saints would receive a 2026 5th-round pick, and the Steelers receive Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cook signed here to reunite with his old team. He's not going to get traded.
Well, I don't understand what he would offer Aaron Rodgers or anything that another free agent wide receiver
Nothing.
couldn't offer.
They already have DK
the Steelers.
Metcalf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this
And
point, the
they have
Steelers
enough
need more of a running back.
They also
than
got
wide
the receiver
receiver.
from Michigan last year, Roman Wilson.
Yeah.
They don't need Brandon Cooks in my opinion.
Yeah.
This one was a little bit funky to me. I think this was like a filler. I think this is
Yeah, I
more
think
rage
this
bait
is,
than anything.
We need 5
Yeah.
trades, so let's throw in a
There was
random
10. I
piece of
narrowed it down to
bullshit.
5 to the ones that I thought stood out or were worth mentioning. And this one to me was pointless because he signed with the Saints, which made sense. You were also a free agent signing, so it would be idiotic of the Steelers to give up a 5th-round pick for pennies and dimes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This one was absurd to me. Titans trade for wide receiver Romeo Doubs, in which the Packers would get a 2026 4th-round pick. Now, this I can get behind. The Titans need some help at receiver with Traylon Burks out the door.
For the Titans, it makes sense.
Cam Ward has nothing but Calvin Ridley, who looks good in camp, but can he do it alone with no
He
help
always
at the
looks
receiver
good in
position?
camp.
Well, that's true. So
You
we
have
will
Travis
see when the
Hunter,
season
too.
starts. No, that's the Jaguars. We're talking about the Titans.
Oh, shoot. I'm thinking of the wrong team.
Same division. But
Yeah.
So for me, Romeo Doubs, a guy me and you wanted the trade deadline last year. We were okay with this, getting rid of Brandon Johnson and bring him in. And I didn't mind Brandon Johnson, but when you said Romeo Doubs on the
Oh,
trade
I'm thinking
block,
of Cam Ward.
yeah.
All right, I know what I'm thinking now.
Rock in.
So for me, I like this trade. I think Romeo Doubs would be a great,
Another person for Cam Ward.
I don't know
I think it's a
words to
terrible trade
use.
for Green Bay.
Well, I mean, of course, but I'm
Yeah.
saying in terms of
For the sake
if
of
the
the
Titans
yeah.
could get this
The
done,
Titans
it
might
makes-
fleece them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
You got to look at this from the stance of who's going to benefit the most. It obviously be the Titans. What I mean,
Yeah.
the Packers.
No
Do the
question.
Packers need this 4th-round pick? No, not really.
Hell no. What are they
So-
going to do with it?
Exactly. I would keep Romeo Doubs, but if they were to, and the Titans had this offer,
Yeah.
take that
So,
shit.
good
Get
for
Cam
the-
Ward some help.
Good for the Titans, bad for the Packers.
Yes, and that's easy. I mean, you can read that at face
Yeah.
value.
Yeah.
All right, for our final trade, for bold trades ahead of 2025 season opener, the Commanders trade for edge rusher Kwity Paye, in which the Commanders would get Kwity Paye, and the Colts receive a 2026 3rd-round pick and a 2027 5th-round pick.
Rhode Islander.
Now, let me give you guys a refresher if you don't remember. This man was elite at Michigan. This man was going to be good, and unfortunately, I want to say this was him, tore his Achilles at their pro day, actually, if I remember correctly. Let me look that up to verify. I believe it was him who got hurt at his pro day. Kwity Paye, when healthy, and has been even when even dealing with his injuries off and off the field, has been great for the Colts. So for me to see this trade, if he actually could go to the Commanders, who just added Von Miller, I don't remember who it was they lost. Who did they lose this offseason? They lost one of their defensive tackles and edge rusher. I can't think of his
Jonathan
name.
Allen.
They did lose Jonathan Allen, but there was another edge rusher they lost. Deron Payne? No, not Deron Payne.
I don't think they lost him.
I think they did. If you want to verify that for me.
Yeah.
That
If you add Kwity Paye to this roster, this team does not need a 3rd-round
Dante
pick.
Fowler?
Dante Fowler, thank you. That's who it was. You add Kwity Paye to this roster with Von Miller, who's very much so a situational player now, like it or not. He is
Third
older.
down player.
You need to take care of him. You need to keep him in moments that matter most, not first down, second down.
Keep him fresh.
You get Kwity Paye in there. This adds some juice to that defense that already has it. Dan Quinn has already got that defense ready. You add this to it, we're talking a next level.
Yeah.
So I think this trade is great for well, I don't know about the Colts. The Colts need draft. I actually
I
know. I do like
third-round
this.
pick isn't
I like
terrible.
this.
And a fifth too. I mean,
Could you argue the Colts need
I
the
think
picks
the
more
Colts
than
team-
good
Quiddy?
for their future.
Both teams would benefit from this because
Yeah.
Quiddy Pay is not winning the Colts football games.
No, I'm gonna say
He's not.
argue. Look at it this
and it's
way.
a good weapon for the Commanders, especially
Exactly.
to replace
Perfect for
Dante
the
Fowler.
Commanders, and then like you just said, what does Quiddy
Colts
Pay
get
do for the
capital.
Colts?
Yeah.
And they need to build the future, and what builds
Yeah.
the future? Draft.
Draft picks.
Exactly.
So
This is a rare win-win situation.
I would say out of all these trades, the best ones are the Commanders and the Cowboys for Brees Hall.
Yeah.
So we got the Commanders potentially, all of course, is all hypothetical, trading for Quiddy Pay to add to the defense, and then we have our Cowboys trading for running back Brees Hall to get the running back room where it needs to be.
So 2/5 of the trade were good.
Those are the
Trades
two
were good.
trades that I actually would like to see happen and could happen.
Yeah.
Will they? We won't know. This could happen week 8,
Yeah.
but it's fun to speculate. It's fun to talk
Got a
about.
while till the deadline.
Yeah. All right. Division winner predictions. We're going to save the 32, team predictions for the Instagram. So check out that graphic moments before Thursday's game. Without further ado, though, we're going to give you our teams winning their division, and rightfully so. Nick, I'm going to have you start us off. So start with the AFC.
So starting off with the AFC West, I have my Denver Broncos
Call it a hot take all you want.
dethroning the Chiefs.
I
It's
love
not
it.
a hot take.
Exactly.
For the AFC East, Buffalo Bills are going to take it.
Easy.
There's really no question about it. AFC South, another easy one. Houston Texans are going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
The North, I went with the Baltimore Ravens.
I say what you want. I think the Ravens own everyone in this roster.
Yeah.
Or in this.
It's
in
It's
this
the only
division.
team I can see taking this division.
I don't see
They're more
Cleveland doing it.
consistent.
I don't see Cincy doing it.
Let's just put it out there.
Pittsburgh's not doing it.
We all agreed on our AFC division.
Did we do
players.
AFC across the board?
Yes,
We-
we did.
Check that out, dude.
AFC across the board. You're here
Yeah.
first.
I mean, honestly, with the Denver Broncos overtaking the Chiefs, very possible.
Whoa. I didn't expect you to do that.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you think I like the Chiefs?
No, but,
But
I also,
even from like an interesting standpoint, the Broncos are set to have the best defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Their offense has only gone up.
Yeah. We got a lot of
I
pieces.
appreciate this different, perspective and point of view from you because I thought maybe you would go with the Chiefs
No,
just for the
because
sake
the
of
Chiefs
their
now,
consistency
Rasheed
of
Rice
winning
is
the
out for the
division.
first 6 games of the season. I mean, this isn't huge for the Chiefs considering they've gotten as far as they've gotten without him.
Yeah, he was hurt all last year.
Yeah, because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but Sky Moore's not there anymore either.
Yeah.
So, like
I
it or
mean,
not,
unless if
it's
Clyde
dwindling down
Edwards-Hilaire's-
to nothing. Who's PSU going to be covering? Mahomes?
Javon Baker, maybe he goes to the Chiefs.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
what? The guy from New England that they actually signed who made the team. Played for Baylor. I can't remember his name. We talked about it a few weeks ago. Keep going. I'll find it.
But I can see it. I don't think the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to do the same shit they've been doing.
Hey,
for
well,
the
I
past
appreciate it because a lot of people would say that it's a hot take for them to win the division, and I don't think it's far fetched. I think the Broncos could win the West if
Absolutely
all
not.
goes as
I
planned.
think the Broncos will win the West.
There we go.
No question about
Taekwon Thornton. That's who it was. That's
it. Yeah, that name
you've
was
got
not
Hollywood
coming to my
Brown,
mind.
Xavier Worthy,
He used to
Taekwon
wear
Thornton,
Julian
and Jalen
Edelman's number.
Royals.
They
Yeah.
gave Julian Edelman's number to Taekwon Thornton.
And Juju
How
Smith-Schuster.
disrespectful.
Are you scared?
Terrified.
Crickets.
I mean, I think Xavier Worthy is going to be
Oh,
better than.
he'll be better than people
people
give
You
give
him
can
him
have
credit
credit
Levi
for.
Wallace out there, and I still wouldn't be scared.
That's confidence. Man, I watched him get torched by Juju last year. Cedric Tillman had him on skates, bro.
Elijah Moore looked like
Oh
an
my
all-pro.
god. All right, now hit us with your
moving
NFC
on to my
picks.
NFC. Dom's not going to like this one.
Nope.
I have the Los Angeles Rams, who, according to some, are serious contenders. I have the Philadelphia Eagles going back-to-back in the NFC East for the first time
Interesting. I
in my
won't lie.
lifetime. NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There's no
I don't think
argument here.
there's
You
a
got the
question.
Saints, the Panthers, who might be okay this year, but I don't think they're
I
going
don't
to
think
take the
they're gonna
division.
win. And
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr., no thanks.
The Falcons are iffy. They're up in the air. So, yeah, there we go.
NFC North, I went the Green Bay Packers.
I love it.
New
I love
look.
it.
Defense.
We can't give an opinion on the Lions. We can't continue the Lions hype until I know that Dan Campbell
I disagree.
has got this
I
team
disagree.
on the same mentality it was prior to Ben Johnson
I
leaving and all these
think
other pieces. I mean, you got to think about it. They
Their
lost on DC.
window is shut.
Oh, right. I don't think it's shut.
I think it's shut.
I don't think it's shut, but I think they got a lot of people to prove.
I think Jared Goff is a fraud, and I think
I
five
can agree with
interceptions
that.
in a playoff game. will
Yeah,
prove
Jared
that.
Goff is fucking terrible.
I think Aiden Hutchinson is not the same player he was before his
Wow.
leg broke into
Whoa.
6 different pieces.
Wow. Okay.
that's
Well,
terrible.
I think their defense lost way too many pieces to be considered good. I think losing both of your main coordinators is a huge loss. There's just so much going against.
I mean, I
Detroit.
can't argue what you're saying. It's all factual.
There's just so much going against them.
I'll get into it when I do my picks. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
not far
yeah,
off
yeah,
from
yeah.
you. I'm not far off from you, but
Go ahead, hit him with your.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll skip the AFC. We already know. I have the same rundown. I have the Broncos winning the West. That's my hot take. You already know the Texans,
sir.
Bills, and Ravens are taking
Give
it.
us the NFC.
NFC West. I have the Los Angeles Rams. Now, close second, Seattle Seahawks. And the reason, let me tell you this. I'm going to agree with Nick. I think the Rams, for now, they were just in the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
So the Rams,
You can't count them out
you
yet.
can't count them out
They
yet.
didn't lose enough.
I
to-
won't count them out until I find out the situation with
Matthew
Stafford.
Stafford.
Once that's established, then we can address the elephant in the room. And that is that the Seahawks could be good. They made a 10-win season. They didn't make the playoffs, but they made a 10-win season worth talking about. Let's give them that.
Yep.
And the offseason, worth talking about. Very notable signings. Don't ask this guy what he
The
thinks.
offseason was notable.
Now,
Maybe
let me
good,
put my
maybe
2
bad.
cents in while I'm here. I also have
Yeah,
the Rams
give it.
taking the NFC West. Here's why. We
Unbiased.
Respect that. Respect it. I
Sam
respect
Darnold
this.
has too much to prove for me to immediately put the Seahawks at
Too many
number one
question
in the
marks right
division.
now.
But on the other hand, you also have Matthew Stafford with his back or shoulder,
Shoulder,
whatever it is,
shoulder,
shoulder. There's a lot going on in this division that I can confidently say the Cardinals still suck and the 49ers are terrible.
49ers, I don't know what to even say about them right now.
They sold their whole team away.
They
to the
might
Broncos,
finish
I guess.
last.
I want to like the Niners.
I
love
don't
their
want to
team,
like.
but
I don't
it's-
want to like them. I fucking hate them.
But it's
They're terrible.
You have to say that because you're going to their stadium.
Yeah.
But
No, they're coming to us.
I'm not going,
First
so
game.
I can say whatever I want.
Sure. But if the Seahawks,
I'm actually shitting on the 49ers, and you're just like glossing over it.
Let him continue. I like where he's going with this. I
If,
actually like that he's giving us some 2 cents right now. That it's
if
actually unbiased.
Cooper Kupp comes out to be some version of his former self, Sam Darnold doesn't see ghosts, and JSN continues on the track to be the number 1 receiver of this team for the future. That's why I'm saying it.
That's the
If-
question marks. That's exactly
if-
why the Rams still have our picks.
Yeah, then I absolutely put the Seahawks leading this division. However, as of right now, I can't prove any of that, and as far as I know, Matthew Stafford is still going to start Week 1 for the Rams, so that's why I have to put them there, especially with Devontae Adams.
Very well put.
Yeah.
Very well put and great. Dude,
Very mature.
you went about that the way that I wanted you to because, look, don't get me wrong. I just said it. The Seahawks could be good. But that
Too
word
much
right
to
there,
prove.
that word right there is exactly why they're still second in my eyes. That
Yeah.
could is very big to what the Rams did last season.
Now, I hear a lot of outlets coming out and saying Seahawks are going to be the bottom of the division. I can't see that. There's no
Fox.
way. Yeah,
Fox. I don't know what I don't.
Bottom, that's a little much.
It's. I was gonna say Nick,
49ers sold their whole team.
it's Nick
49ers
Wright
are
and
gonna
all
be
the
last.
Fox
Nick
goons
Wright
that are
doesn't
picking these
know
picks.
the damn thing about football. dude.
Nick Wright
Let's
has
not even give him
his
this time of
head
day. Let's not even
so
give him this time of
shoved
day.
up the Chiefs' ass. It's
Nick
crazy.
Wright
Let's not even give him the time of
is
day.
Such a grease ball.
That's where we'll cut that.
Wash your hair, dude.
All right, for my NFC East pick, I've got the Washington Commanders taking the division. Nick, I only say
Absolutely.
this to make things interesting. I propose to the Eagles go on a bit of a run sporadically throughout the season.
Sure.
But do you think the Super Bowl hangover catches up to them at any point?
No,
It's
Nick
not.
Sirianni-
It's not so much a Super Bowl
Listen.
hangover. It's the pieces they gave away after it.
Okay.
Nick-
And that also counteracts with
Yep.
the pieces the Commanders gained.
Exactly. I absolutely agree with you. Commanders are taking this division just because the Eagles lost too many pieces to be their former self.
Going back to the mindset, Nick Sirianni said today the Eagles are not even going to be on the field when they unveil the banner.
Big whoop.
They're
I-
still going to be in the locker room. They're moved on. That season's over.
And that's the way you should
Jalen
look at it.
Hurts didn't even put his ring on his finger.
Yeah, but mentality aside,
We know Jalen Hurts, and that's a man who does
That
not let
motherfucker went home
distractions
and
get
put
to
it
him.
right on his finger. It's like all the cameras are gone.
Yeah, but we
Try
also
this
know how
thing on.
Jalen Hurts is, man. That guy doesn't crack for anything. He does
he
not.
doesn't. He
No
doesn't.
distractions. But no,
It's just the
I think me
pieces
and you
they
are on the
lost.
same page. You've got to account for the pieces the Eagles lost, but also more heavily how the pieces that the Commanders gained outweigh all of that. You know, for me, it plays in each other.
I just don't think the Commanders are going to be good. I don't. I think
and
Deebo Samuel's going to lead the league, and I think he's going to be really their only bright
So
spot.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does this
No.
mean you're implying? All right, asshole. I was trying to get a lead in. Does this mean you're implying that Jaden Daniels is going to have a sophomore slump?
Jaden Daniels will have a sophomore slump.
I can't see
Why?
it.
Why do you see this? Why do you see this happening?
Because
After such a promising rookie season.
I'm going to bring up the example of Arch Manning because we just saw so
Whoa.
much hype.
Whoa.
Arch Manning is going to be the Heisman. Texas is the number 1 team in the country. We're going to win the
He's
national
fucking
championship.
terrible.
We're going to do this. We're going to do
Whoa.
that. Here we are with Jaden Daniels. Best rookie quarterback season we've seen probably ever. He just took his team to the NFC Championship as a rookie, a largely irrelevant team for my entire lifetime. There's
That's putting it
so
lightly.
much expectation on him, and I just don't think he's going to take that step. I think he's going to crumble under the pressure.
So it's not so much Jaden Daniels; it's the hype and pressure that follows, and he's human, and it's gonna get to him.
Exactly.
And
I
he's
can't
young.
disagree more. The amount
Go
of
ahead.
Can
Go
you
ahead.
give me your
Give me
side?
your
Yeah,
rebuttal.
Yeah.
the amount of pressure that was on Jaden Daniels last year
Going
when he
into the
was
season to
the
start.
rookie to make the playoffs and bring his team that was so bad as far as he did. Not only that, but the pieces they've added to help him this season with Deebo Samuel, who we've all expected to be great this season. You said it yourself. He may have number 1 receiving yards this season. I can't see Jaden Daniels
Extending
taking a
Terry.
step back. Extending Terry, the huge contract they just gave him, I can't see him taking a step back. I can't. Not with the phenomenal defense they put together.
Adding Von Miller.
Yeah, it's too
I
big.
mean, you
I can't
say
see it.
they added Von Miller like they added
No,
2018
I'm
Von Miller.
more so what I'm getting at is that they're taking the efforts to surround it, make it easier for him to
absolutely,
keep playing
but-
at this level.
This is like
I
Brock
don't-
Purdy being surrounded with the original 49ers offense.
That
he
brought
was
them to a
given.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But nobody
He's
had
surrounded.
expectations for Brock
Even
Purdy.
even if
Nobody was
Jaden-
talking
Yeah,
about
but I don't
Brock
think anybody
Purdy's gonna win the
expected. I don't think
MVP.
anybody expected, and that's where you were a little wrong. I don't think anybody expected Jaden Daniels to do what he did last year. So I can get what you're saying is now the pressure is on. Last year the pressure didn't come on until week 9.
He was the number 2 pick. Nobody expected them to
And that's
do
what I'm
that.
saying is when usually when you're picked that high, the expectation is, well, just show us you're good and you're not throwing interceptions every week. So I think you are right in that realm that there was not that much pressure last year. But I think where Dom is more than correct is that by week 10, if he did crumble, they were treating him like a veteran. And that's where my respect comes in.
All
and
the
I
rookies were being treated like veterans except Drake Makes. He hadn't played that much.
And I mean, yeah, of course.
And when
and
Bo
it's-
Nix started week 1 and 2, like shit, people were treating him like he
I mean,
was
yeah, people were coming
already
out and saying we were
done.
getting Travis
Career's
Hunter.
over.
Yeah, people were saying we we're getting Travis Hunter
And-
after that games, those 2 games.
It's just there's so much expectation on these guys, and I don't think a lot of them handle it very well. And I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to be one of them.
I can tell you this: it's going to be some good, entertaining football because, like I said,
That it
I'm
is.
confident, and
We
I
play
would
them.
love. We do on Monday Night
Double
Football,
throwbacks,
Monday Night
perhaps.
Football.
Yeah.
And I would love to see them take the NFC East away from the Eagles. I would love to see it.
Me too.
You said it first. They've been irrelevant for a majority of our lives, if not our entire lifetime.
Yeah.
So to see this team come back and not only be as dangerous as they are, but to take the division away from the Eagles, that would be something.
We haven't
special.
seen a repeat
It would be
champion
special.
in, 20 years in that division?
Yeah.
It would be a special sight. It would be.
It
So
would.
I-
It would.
So no matter which
I'm
way
not
it
rooting
shakes.
against them.
No,
Let
yeah,
me
no matter
put
which
that
way
out
it
in
shakes.
the-
You
in
just
the
said it
air.
yourself. If the Eagles win it again, history. If we see the Commanders do what me and Dom think they will do,
I'm happy.
you're seeing something special unfold before us.
Yeah.
So, all right. NFC South, keeping it simple, plain Buccaneers are taking it. NFC North, the Green Bay Packers are taking it.
Yep.
With the addition of Micah Parsons, with them adding a Matthew Golden after years of not addressing the receiver spot in the first round. You heard it here
Yeah.
first. Texas has been producing like no other lately.
Yes, sir.
Let's not discuss week 1 what happened. It's his first ever game.
We didn't even
this
play.
narrative. No, I'm talking about the Texas game in general. People want to shit on
we
young
didn't play.
quarterbacks
We
and
didn't
stuff.
play yet. We
But-
haven't played a game.
What I will say is I'm confident the Green Bay Packers will put up more than a fight in this division. The Bears, you guys aren't even in conversation anymore. It's now the Packers and the Lions, and I think the Packers are the team to beat. They've got the X on their back, but I think they can handle it. I think they're going to handle it. Matt LaFleur has been in the spotlight
He handled
more.
Aaron Rodgers. He can handle.
He's going to get through this, and they just added the best, arguably, defensive player when healthy.
Pat Surtain is the
That's
best
why I
defensive
said,
player.
right? This past year
There
was
is no
Pat
argument.
Surtain.
There is no
This past
argument.
year was Pat Surtain. But I'm saying when healthy and prior to him winning the Defensive Player of the Year, you could argue at the time
One
Micah
of the
Parsons was the best defensive player at the time. And in time will tell what that we will see. If he gets healthy, and if not, then we know where the trophy stays. We know who's winning the Defensive Player of the Year award again. But we'll say that for another time. Dom, it is now your turn to reason with us. Your NFC picks. You agree with us on AFC?
So I'll keep it short and simple.
Yep.
Agreed on the Rams. Already talked about the Commanders. Bucks,
It's the
we
North.
agreed
I
on.
want to hear your thoughts.
It's the North. So this comes down to one thing, and it's Jordan Love.
Who we talked about 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
He has one of the most approved of any
And I
quarterback
said he
this
wasn't
season.
going to do
That
it.
was a whole 20-minute conversation in itself,
Exactly.
and you
I
did
said
say
he
that.
wasn't
You
gonna
did
do it.
say that.
So we'll spare you the ins and outs. But what I will say is that with Matthew Golden added to this offense, if Jordan Love does not produce, and he's not the quarterback we thought he was going to take after Aaron
continues with the
Rodgers especially,
interceptions
yeah,
and et cetera.
Yeah.
I think that the Lions are going to come out hungry with Aiden Hutchinson back,
Oh,
Jared
100%.
Goff.
No doubt. No doubt.
100%.
Maybe
doubt.
coming back.
Dan
throwing less
Campbell's going to
picks.
have those boys
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the defense is going to be better than we're giving them credit for. And I think the Green Bay Packers defense is going to be locked. I think they're going to be up there with the
They're gonna
Broncos
be
this
one of the
season
best,
easily.
yeah.
And it's I can see it now that you guys mentioned the Packers. I can see it going to the Packers, but I
And
feel
if you
like
thought the North rivalry was fun from the 80s, it just got a hell of a lot better.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like Jordan Love has a lot to prove, and I think he's going to crumble under the pressure that's being put on him, especially surrounded with.
You're
Love.
putting the same argument I did for Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
on Jordan
You're
Love.
not wrong, and that's the thing is neither of you are wrong in that. It really comes down to how
can
the
see
chips
an
fall.
argument
This
for
all
both
comes down to how
sides.
the chips fall
Yep.
when the time comes.
Exactly.
And until then, it's all speculation, and that's the beauty of this. That's why this is
play.
fun. This is why we do it. This is why we talk about it. This is why we watch it. That's why we play it. Everything. And boys, like I said at the beginning of the episode, I'm going to say it again right here. I have not felt more excited, more juiced, more amped for football to be back. This offseason flew, but at the same time, I'm ready to see these boys play.
Offseason dragged.
I am ready. It flew for me. I was surprised. It actually went pretty fast, considering all the stuff and ground we covered on the podcast.
feel like
I am
the
very
draft
excited.
happened like 7 years ago.
It did feel like it. But
Like,
I
I
am
don't
very,
even-
very, very excited for football, to say the least. And considering that I'm this excited for an Eagles and Cowboys matchup, says it all.
Yeah.
And boys, you know how I feel about Sunday, which we're going to get to soon when we do our
All
pick.
three
We're
of us
actually
are going
about
to be
do it.
together for the first time
So
ever.
expect some
watching a
content, expect
football
some
game.
stories maybe next week on the pod. But here we are with our week 1 pick'ems, guys. It has been, 6 months, 7 months since we did this?
yeah.
It's been a minute.
And right at the end, we started something.
Wow,
and
we
I
got
think
3 in a row
now,
right here.
now is the time we bring it back. Boys, it is our week 1 pick'ems, in which when we agree, we say what? The team across the board. So let's start it off with week 1 on the season opener of the 2025 season. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, the reigning defending Super Bowl champs, in which we all went the Eagles across the board. Then we take it to Friday night. We've got the Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers, in which we went the Chargers across the board. Boys, fuck the Chiefs, plain and simple.
Real.
Fuck the Chiefs. Hashtag
You
do it
heard
right
it here
now.
first.
And then taking it to Sunday football, baby. We're back. We're back for Sunday football. We've got the Miami Dolphins take on the Indianapolis Colts in an AFC showdown, in which we all went the Dolphins across the board. Now we shake it up a bit. Me and Dom can say this, Nick. You cannot. We have the Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Me and Dom went the Steelers. Nick, please propose to us why you went with the Jets.
Justin Fields' revenge game.
He drafted him in fantasy. Now I think he's going to be some guy.
I'm glad you
listen to
pointed
me.
that out.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I needed someone to say that.
Justin Fields was 4-2.
Justin Fields is
Listen,
fucking terrible.
I have
Whoa.
said 5 words.
He looked good. You can't lie. He looked good at the beginning of last season.
Justin
He did
Fields
look
was
good.
4-2 before they pulled him for a
He
quarterback
beat the Broncos.
that was worse.
No.
Justin Fields did not get a proper opportunity
No.
in this offense.
You guys
to
are-
prove
you're
himself.
wrong. You're
Justin
so
Fields
wrong.
is hungry.
They elevate the passing
Justin
game. No, but he
Fields
won football
got
games.
his payday. Justin Fields is going to kick the shit out of Mike Tomlin and the Steelers.
He's
Let me
typing.
give you a prediction.
He's typing.
109 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 203 passing yards, and 1 passing touchdown for Justin Fields.
Put it in. Put it in. That's his game. That's his parlay of the weekend.
I'll put it in right now.
I'll
do my first ever sports betting on Justin Fields.
Don't do it. It's a dangerous loophole.
I'm going to get it.
What are you researching over here, Dom? He's trying to back
Listen.
you up with stats.
He's going to pull up some bullshit.
He's trying.
Listen.
He's trying.
He's laughing over there. He knows he
Listen.
can't find anything.
I'm trying to
He's
find
on
the
Google.
exact stats, but I can't
He's on-
find it.
AI.
But when Justin Fields started for the Steelers, their passing game was terrible.
Was
they
it?
had one of the worst. They actually ran the ball with Najee Harris, which he put up the numbers. Once Russell Wilson started for the Steelers, look up the stats, the Steelers' passing game got going. They finally started climbing the ranks with all 32 teams. Now, look it up. Yeah, you start typing. They stopped running the ball, which that eventually led downhill. But that's besides the facts. Justin Fields is fucking terrible. I'm sorry, he's terrible. I don't think he's anything of who we think he is. I think he's going to absolutely flop with the Jets. All he does is run around the pocket like Caleb Williams and look completely fucking lost.
Yeah, Caleb Williams is a first round pick, so first
Caleb
overall
Williams
pick.
also paints his fucking nails.
Okay, and what does that mean? What does that
it's
do with
terrible.
football?
Terrible.
What do you care if he paints his nails? He's winning football games.
He doesn't win football games.
Do you think it's a stupid statement?
Yes.
Just making sure.
So
I'm sorry, Justin Fields is
let me
not.
drop a game for you.
Oh God, here we go. You're about to get flamed. I hope you're prepared to buckle up, buddy.
25 for 32, 245 passing yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Which Steelers quarterback had that stat line against the Los Angeles Chargers?
Probably Justin Fields.
Justin Fields
A
did.
good team too. The Chargers were good last year.
22 for 34, 312
Wow, for
yards
something
and a
like that.
touchdown.
They were.
Okay,
Shrugs
that-
it.
300-yard passing game
okay.
For a guy who can't play quarterback.
for a guy who's dragging down the passing attack. Let me pull up something else for you.
Tom, I told you to be prepared, buddy. I told you when Nick looks up stats, man, he goes hard. I've been doing this for 7 years, 6 years, 7 years. I know how this kid works.
15 for 26, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Now you're doing his good games. Do some of his
14
bad
for
games.
22, 128 yards and 1 touchdown, and a 27-13 loss. Guess who this is?
During the 2024 season, the Pittsburgh Steelers' passing offense, led by quarterback Russell Wilson, showed significant improvement compared to the first 6 games of the season
And what
when Justin
source is
Fields
that?
was starting.
Yeah.
Steelers.com and NFL Fantasy Football.
Yeah, okay, pal. It's Google AI.
I can't tell. He closed it.
Yeah. Huh. I wonder why. 0 touchdowns against the Baltimore Ravens in a game where they scored only field goals. Chris Boswell scored 18 points for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson scored none. Russell Wilson shit his pants against the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card round. Did he not? Yeah. I rest my case.
In short, boys, Nick is confident in the New York Jets.
Justin Fields is getting revenge on Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, you could say it's a revenge game for him too. I don't think he really cares.
And we'll get on to next week's pick'ems if this continues or if this is a 1-week slate. So I'll let you save that for the following week.
Sure.
Moving on, we have the Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, in which we went the
Panthers
Panthers across the board. Next game, we got the Cardinals taking on the sad New Orleans Saints, in which we went the Cardinals
Across
across
the
the board.
board.
And this is not a team that we ever
Unfortunately.
pick. We got the G-Men taking on the Washington Commanders, in which we went Washington across the board. Damn, Dom, you were slacking over here. I can hear the enthusiasm. We got an
He lost.
NFC South showdown. We got the Bucks taking on the Atlanta Falcons, in which we went the Bucks across the board. Bengals taking on Browns in a divisional matchup, in which we have the Bengals across the board. Boys, I'm going to differ from
Had
you
to be
with this
different.
one.
Had to be different.
I did.
Fuck the
Not
Raiders.
pick a division rival.
We have the Las Vegas Raiders coming to New England to take on the Patriots, led by Mike Vrabel in this new regime.
Bro
And
knows. Bro knows.
Really high on the Raiders.
You want to know why he's really high on the Raiders? Because he knows one guy that really likes him.
That's not even why.
I think so.
That's not even okay. You can go with that narrative all you want.
Listen, I love Pete Carroll.
He's trying
You
to-
can go with that narrative all you want. The reason that I like this Raiders team is because Pete Carroll, I trust more than any other coach that they could have picked. He's putting together pieces that don't make sense now, but might make sense on the field. I never understood any of his moves on Seattle, like it or not, with the offense. David Moore, never understood it. Half the tight ends he signed, never understood it. But you know what worked? Them winning football games until it came down to the Patriots on the 1-yard line. And you are the first to attest to that. So what I will offer you is that I think the Raiders are going to be a rather sloppy, successful team. They might not win 10 games, but they might win you 7 and 9. In a weird fashion. And I don't think the Patriots are a team to talk about nor a team to fear yet.
They're both
I like the
teams that have something
defense,
to prove.
but you are the first one to say Drake May's in question, and that's where I think he crumbles. Max Crosby is going to get to him.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders' defense can be good. We've watched Robert Spillane be amazing. Now, granted, he's on the Patriots now. But I don't think Drake May is going to be the piece that gets them over the hump, nor do I think the defense is going to help them beat the Raiders. So there's my case
think the
on why
Raiders
I
are
have the
trash.
Las Vegas Raiders and not
Geno
because of
Smith-
one given fan.
Geno Smith is playing his first game as a member of this team.
Yeah.
With a new scheme, a large new offense. Jacoby Myers isn't going to play. He just requested a trade. Amari Cooper, who knows what the hell kind of version we're going to get of him.
Ashton Genty. Who knows what we're going to see from him?
Looked like shit in the preseason,
Yeah.
to be frank.
-1
Okay,
yards.
okay. You're high on Drake May?
No.
Okay, who do you want week 1 starting, Drake May or Geno Smith?
Geno Smith.
Oh, thank you. What weapons would you rather have, Stephon Diggs or Amari Cooper?
Stephon Diggs.
I don't buy that for 1 second. You want to see him on this team versus Amari Cooper on that team. Okay, well, let's take it back another notch. Ramondre Stevenson or Ashton Genty?
Right now, Ramondre Stevenson.
Don't buy that either.
We haven't seen-
guarantee-
I don't think I have not seen
Genty
enough
has
about
not
Genty
performed
yet.
well.
Brock Bowers or Hunter Henry?
Brock Bowers, no question.
All right, there we go.
I'm not an idiot.
Now let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Who's been the more successful coach, Pete Carroll or Mike Vrabel?
I'm going to say Pete Carroll because I have to.
Yeah. Now
Mike
your one
Vrabel's no slouch.
your one arguing point for the Patriots now has come down to Stephon Diggs and a defense. How does Stephon Diggs succeed in the hands of Drake May?
Drake
who I
May
am
had
not
a very
who
solid-
I-
In the
who-
hands of Mike Vrabel scheming him open.
Who I think
Josh McDaniels
might
scheming him
and
open.
will probably
Mac
be
Jones
good.
looked like a world beater when he had Josh McDaniels.
You always resort to Mac Jones. You always
Because
resort to Mac
Mac
Jones.
He made the
Jones
Pro
did
Bowl
But you're
his
the
first
same
season.
guy.
Jones-
Terrible.
But you're the same guy who says that Drake May's career could be like Mac Jones and fall flat on its face this
It
season. So if it does, that means what? The Raiders are winning week 1 in New England. That's my piece. That's my argument. You're smiling because you see it.
$10 bet.
You want to do $10 bet? I will do it right now. I will get cash in hand tonight, and we'll do it. $10 bet. All right, cool. Let's do it.
I think that it's too new to the Raiders, and they're going to open up and not realize what the hell they're doing, and it's going to crumble real quick.
I think it'll be a good game
I
to
also
watch.
think
And
that-
you will be here at 12:30, so me and you will
I
be
know
watching
that
it
We're
together.
gonna know right away.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not high
I'll
on
bring
Drake
my
May.
money.
I am high on Drake May. I think he's much better than
I
what
never said I
people
was
give
high
him
on Drake
credit
May,
for.
but expect some speed bumps in these first few weeks of the
Absolutely,
season.
absolutely.
Sure.
But I think he's
I don't
going to
think
be
it's
a
gonna
lot
be a
better
pretty
and a lot
win.
more solid.
I don't think it's gonna be a
You
blowout.
said it last week. Stephon Diggs is a diva. Expect personality to become an issue very quickly with
Not
this
on
team.
week 1. Going
Okay.
forward, yeah. Not on week 1.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, time will tell.
see.
Time will
Time will
tell.
tell.
Now, time will tell. All right, we've got the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Dom, this is your game of the week in which we went Seattle across the board.
No,
Damn,
it's
you
terrible.
Were, your own
he didn't
team,
even do
you
his own
screwed.
team.
All right, let's
That's
fix it right here.
49ers
We've got
are
the
winning.
Titans taking on the Denver Broncos, in which we went
got
the
the
Broncos
Broncos
across the board. I like that. That was
Smooth,
good.
Crisp.
Now, the game we've been talking about all episode, it feels. You got the
I
Lions
think
taking
we've had
on
this argument before.
the Green Bay
Yeah.
Packers.
I had to stay consistent.
Me and you went the Packers.
Packers.
Nick. Dom.
I picked the Lions.
Shocker.
We haven't seen enough out of Jordan Love yet, and he's got a lot to prove this season. I feel like that Lions defense is going to come out hungry. And
You know what I'll
rest my
give Dom?
case.
Consistent theme throughout the entire episode.
Yeah,
You can't argue that. And he's
rocks
had it.
his opinions.
He's had it, yeah. All right, we got the Texans. This is a rather odd matchup. We got the Texans
It is
taking
a
on
weird matchup.
the Los Angeles
And it's
Rams.
fun, dude.
Yeah.
I like it. I do like it. CJ Stroud, hopefully Matthew
Come
Stafford.
on, Texans.
One for
Pull
the
it out
ages.
for me. I need it for my division.
In which we went
The
the Texans across the board. All right, now this could be
This is
literally
also another
This
good
could
one.
be
the
a
game of the week.
explosive.
This is the game to look out for. We have the
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football, correct?
Yeah.
This is a big
Yes, it
game.
is.
This game is going to have
This is
tons
going to
of
remind
viewership.
me of the Ravens versus the Chiefs week 1 where
We're
we
getting
had
a
Isaiah
playoff.
Likely with the
that's
toe
kind
cap.
of what you see out of Patrick Mahomes.
We're
Yeah.
getting a playoff
Shut
game
up,
in
Chris
week 1,
Collinsworth.
and it better not be. No, I'm going in this open mind. This is going to be a great game. Refs
Absolutely.
are not ruining
Game,
this.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Chris
We got two
Collinsworth starting
respectable,
it.
two respectable quarterbacks, great weapons, prestige franchises, both winning teams. Let's see what
This
happens.
game could easily go either way.
Let's see what happens. But what did we do? We went the Bills across the board.
which shocks me.
And back to the
Yeah.
NFC North for Monday Night Football to close out the week 1 of the 2025 season. We've got the Vikings
Vikings are-
taking on,
damn it.
brother, the Vikings
let him
taking on the
introduce it first.
Chicago Bears, in which we went the Vikings
Vikings
across the board.
I gave that one away early.
I like this because JJ McCarthy, we are assuming, gets a W on the board. Now, do we think he does it in good fashion, or is it going to be a rather
it's gonna be
sloppy win?
sloppy.
Sloppy.
So we're all inconsistent there. You're here first from Domi Salami. That win is going to be sloppy. All right, boys. That was our week 1 pick'ems, and that was episode 44. That was a fun episode. I think we had great debate, great conversation. Boys, football is back, and I cannot wait.
Sir.
So if you ever want to collab, reach out to the podcast, get us, work with us in any fashion, please reach out to GabeDowdPodcast@gmail.com. That is the best way for me to reach back out to you in a professional, timely manner. Make sure you follow on all socials for any engaging content. Stay up to date with weekly show clips because, guys, I've been ramping up the social medias lately. If you haven't tell,
absolutely.
YouTube's up to date, Instagram's getting posted, TikTok, show the love, keep the comments coming, bad or good. Engagement is engagement. We love to hear it. And without further ado, join the huddle and join the talk with the Turf Talk Podcast.